out in the hall crying real tears right now.
What is she crying about?
I don't know.
She's upset that she didn't get to ride the Sibian? What is
I don't know. Penny Crone is one of our reporters on Howard 100. And
is that the one we were just talking to in the elevator?
Maybe.
Probably not. You were probably with Lisa.
Yeah, I think it was Lisa.
Gary thinks she's nuts.
Penny Crone's the chick you're about to see pretend to cry for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because she came in and said, Howard's got to stop saying that Steve Langford is the greatest reporter. And it's like, what, he's in here doing what is it? Why are you crying? What's going on?
Firstly, I'm not crying, Howard.
Everyone says you are.
No, they're trying to make me cry.
What's wrong?
Steve Langford apparently has a desk now.
Yeah.
With the Howard Stern peeps.
Yeah.
And you always say, you play that stupid music and say he's the greatest reporter ever. And we're a team.
Right.
So it's like the Giants.
Penny, you can't possibly be for real.
No, I think it's wrong, Howard.
Do you think it's a legitimate statement that Steve Langford is the greatest reporter ever?
No, but what about the rest of us back there? What about Shuli and me? And
No. This is show business. Steve walks in and does the news every day. And it's Steve Langford, a Nobel Prize-winning reporter.
He never won a Nobel Prize.
There's even a Nobel Prize for reporters.
Does she know that Howard Stern News is not the leading news source?
Who's this guy?
Doug Stanhope.
I've been listening to him. Don't put down Howard 100 News.
He's the greatest comedian ever, Doug Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope won the Nobel Prize for comedy.
No, but you know what, Howard?
You're insane. How can you be a reporter?
Bingo is laughing at you. No.
What is going on with you? Are you insane? You're insane.
Would you like to tell her where she can go, Bingo?
You want to know what else she's upset by?
What?
She's upset by the fact that I gave Steve a desk in our office to sit at.
And what's the problem with that?
Why should he have a goddamn desk? Just, Howard, you and I have known each other how many years?
He's waiting to go on rather than sit there in the hall, in the middle of the hall. They give him a place to sit.
But Ronnie doesn't let me move. I've got to stand back in the corner, and I'm waiting for Fred to do an interview with Fred, and I've got to stand there for like 2 hours till the show is over.
The Nobel Prize comes with a desk.
He did not win a Nobel Prize, Artie
Don't you think everyone knows he didn't win a Nobel Prize?
No, your fans think he's the greatest reporter ever. When you say something, Howard, it's gospel.
Oh, and then, stop it. My audience isn't that dumb.
No, yes.
You're saying yes, they
Howard,
are?
tell her she's okay, too. And then
you won Penny Crone won the Nobel Prize.
I won 3 Emmys. And Steve Langford, that pompous little ass, goes, oh, they were local, like Sam Simon. Sam Simon says, you've got little Emmys. I've got big Emmys. Those are local Emmys.
Right.
Well, I won 3 Emmys, Howard. Come over to my house. I'll show them to you.
Well, great.
But, I mean, you just...
you sound like a little girl.
Do you need a MySpace account? You know, you could put your Emmys on it.
Do you know Don Imus is one of the most 100 powerful...
Yeah, really. Why aren't you screaming about that?
I just think, Howard, you're in charge. You're the boss of the Howard Stern show. And you should say, A, he shouldn't have his own desk. A, and B, you shouldn't say he's the greatest reporter ever when you've got Shuli and Lisa G and all of us back.
He's great.
When we've got
he is good.
And when he's in here, he's the greatest reporter ever. That's it.
And when I come in, you just go, here's this crazy woman who's always having nervous breakdowns.
You sound crazy now. I always talk about how great a reporter you are.
Never. I've never heard it.
Stop it.
I think you're a fantastic reporter. I listen to Howard 100 News, and I think you're great.
You didn't even hear of her.
Yeah, dude, I listen.
You just asked me who's Penny.
Crone.
Well, I didn't know what her name was.
It doesn't matter. You know what, Howard? I cannot wait. Fred, I'm going to interview you, Fred. Is that okay?
Hey, Penny.
I'm waiting. I'm doing my job. I'm not beating off like Steve Langford. This is the greatest job in the world.
All I can tell you is that...
I just do my job.
You won 3 Emmys, but it's not a Nobel Prize on it. And Steve's got the Nobel Prize.
He did not. You can't say that, Howard.
Penny, be a man and shut up. Stop it. What is it, Ron?
Dude, she's getting very much out of control out there. She called me a Jew midget. I should go right to HR with this.
You're a jidget.
I should go right...
Why don't you turn me in, Ronnie?
I mean, what? I don't know what's wrong with you. So Steve got a desk back there. Big deal.
Steve's got a desk. How would they make fun of me? Everybody makes fun of me every day.
I wonder why.
They call me a man. They say, Shuli will say, don't get, slam the car door on your... I don't have a penis.
Yeah, but you call
Jesus. This happens on the Howard Stern
Really?
show?
That's what goes on in the Howard
And you don't make fun of me. You just call me a Jew midget.
Oh, and you call me a man? And Artie doesn't.
No. Did I ever call you a man?
What did I do?
That's your buddy Sal called you a man. Did I ever call you a man?
You guys should have a cock off.
I stopped.
Howard, you know what? I thought you were my friend.
I am. I love you.
I love your parents. I love your sister.
I love you.
You know, I love Beth.
I love you.
I love your dog. And
by the way, I wrote a letter to HR. Did they stop hitting you with those on your head?
Yes.
Oh, good. All right, thank you.
She just got a new brooch from. This is from QVC.
Isn't this pretty, Robin?
Joan Rivers thing.
I didn't know what that was. I was like, why is she wearing
that's
that
the thing, Howard. I don't think it's fair, okay? Can you just, everybody lay off of me just for a month?
Yeah,
even Sam Simon is picking on me now.
Why on that jacket would you put a brooch like that?
See, I told you. What's your problem?
All right.
Am I done?
I'm always amazed when I've listened to this show that people that have been with this show, like you would think you'd get a thick skin immediately.
No, she hasn't. She doesn't have it, dude. Believe me.
She's getting thinner.
You purposely hire people who will constantly get upset about shit, or not just you. I'm talking about.
It just seems like. It just seems. Please listen, Howard. Okay, can everybody just listen to Howard? Please, I'm talking to you.
All right.
Okay. Could you just ask people?
Oh, dear.
Howard.
Yeah. Gary, give Steve a bigger desk.
Could you just...
Put a sign on it that says world's greatest reporter.
Could you just...
I want Steve to have a giant desk that says world's greatest reporter on it. Hand carved. Go ahead.
And you know we'll have it.
Nobel Prize.
We'll have it.
What is so funny? There's nothing funny. Howard, can I just talk to you because I never see you in the hallway?
I want Steve's desk to take up half the office.
And it will. You know what?
Give him that entire office.
Can I just talk to you one-on-one and then I'll leave?
All right, fair
because I never bother you. Right? I always stand where I'm supposed to stand.
Right.
Howard, all I'm asking is that you tell everybody to respect me. Okay, let Steve have his own desk. Everything else, just tell people to stop making fun of me. That's all I ask, like Sal and Richard and everybody.
And one day she'll do a favor for you. Don Stern.
Give Steve the whole 36th floor. All right.
I don't. Here's what I don't understand. It's either you complain about George Flowers was no good in here.
What's with your mind?
He just jammed it into his face.
You see what you're doing?
Pull the mic away from your face.
The microphone's in your eyeball. Yeah, right. Go ahead now, talk.
Okay. Steve Langford's the worst. George Flowers was no good.
Say Steve was
Lisa
the worst.
G, why is she back here? She doesn't belong back here.
Why
isn't it me?
Julie got to sit on the show yesterday.
Why aren't I sitting in Artie's chair? How come I'm not sitting in Artie's chair?
But at the whole news
Why am I standing in the hall? Why am I standing in the hall?
Eddie, Shuley sat in yesterday as a comedian, not as a news person.
But he's still a part of the news department,
He's the guy who always sat in on
So you got
show.
Lisa G, you got George Flowers, you got...
Lisa G is the one who comes in and gives the news update in the morning, and so does...
You know, whatever, Howard. I thought we were friends. I thought that you would go to bat for me and just
for you for what?
Tell everybody just stop, like Sal and all these peeps, and the people in the Howard 100 News, and even the people
where somebody please help.
You know what Mel Karmazon said to me?
What?
Get out.
Who's Mel Karmazon?
Name drop anytime.
He eats at my friend at Rosanna Scotto's restaurant. He says every time he goes in there and they mention my name, he loses his appetite. I mean, even the...
Oh, here we go.
Everybody.
Well, I'm asking everyone to give Penny a lot of respect.
Penny, I'm upset, too. Earlier...
You know, that really worked when you did that for Underdog Lady.
No, you've got to earn respect. You got to stop all the nonsense. You got to stop being angry at your coworkers. You can't complain because the guy's working at a desk. If I say Steve's the greatest reporter, it's part of the persona. And if Lisa G comes in here and Shuley comes in here, it doesn't mean we don't like you. You're almost tantruming like a child. This is crazy.
You're in here a lot more than most people.
We do love you.
I can handle
things up so
We love you. I love you.
You know what?
I love you.
Fred, I'm doing, unlike Langford and everybody, I'm doing my job. When this show is over, will you do a quick interview with me for Howard 100 News?
Right. Thank you.
Thanks, Howard.
I agree with you. Earlier today, Howard alluded to the fact that I might have a weight problem, and I'm very upset about it. That's got to stop. No. I got to get a thicker skin.
Yeah, and I don't want my songs played.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You all have your own sections, and Steve Langford's now sitting in with you guys. And I'm the one that's my beat, is the Howard guys. You know, like Sal and Richard.
It's everybody's beat.
No, it's my beat.
It's the Howard Stern show.
It's my beat.
It's not your beat.
It's my...
No, it's not.
Penny, get me some Pop-Tarts, number 138.
Get back out in the hall where you belong, please.
More and more sane, you say?
All right, thank you. Ronnie, with those headphones.
I know. Bingo said she's feeling more and more sane after that.
Yeah, Bingo, you seem normal in here.
I feel great.
There's nothing wrong with
you. Let's go off the meds.
You work here, and oh, my God.
All right, I got to take a break. I want to take... No, it's no joke. This is what I'm dealing with.
All day, every day.
Penny blew the sheriff, but she backed up the deputy.
All right, everyone give Penny some room to breathe. And
you think she needs room?
I think she needs some room, that's all. She's having a breakdown.
Can we take a break? I need another Percocet.
All right, we're going to take a break. Bingo, you go get your lithium. Doug, you go get your shrooms.
We'll all take our meds.
That's right. Yeah. And see Doug tonight. Kyber in Philadelphia, and tomorrow night at Sal's Comedy Hole in Manhattan. For more information, go to DougStanhope.com. And I think you might even see Bingo there, if you're lucky.
I may come to the show tonight. I can't wait now.
There you go.
I'll be in Philly. I love Doug.
Yeah, there's pictures of Bingo on my photos page on my site.
Oh, good. Yeah, I want to see Bingo. Bingo Wednesday for Beer League. All excited about that. Although... I've been hearing some things.
What do you mean?
I never know if I'm going to send Artie over the deep end, but I always feel obligated to tell him what I hear.
What do you hear?
You want to hear something?
Go ahead.
So, you know, Sam Simon's in town, the great Sam Simon, who is preparing this incredible show that you're going to hear. In fact, I had to lay in some lines yesterday. It's going to be our half hour. It's called The Bitter Half. It's a half-hour comedy that we're going to air on here, and Robin's in it, Fred's in it, all of, it's a funny as hell script. It's,
have you heard any of the final?
No, I haven't heard any of it, but I'm hearing from people who did hear it that it's going to be a great, great moment here on the channels.
All right.
So really, really looking forward to that. And looking forward today to Donald Trump hosting the big kickoff with the 7 hours of all the best bits.
Yeah, that starts at noon.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. And I know they've been working hard on the top 10 bits of all time in Howard Stern show history. So Sam was in here. Someone told me this. I only hear things, Artie.
Now, is Sam talking? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, someone said they overheard. Sam was out having a few drinks last night.
Right.
Wow. And he was saying, this is going to drive Artie nuts. He was saying, you know, gee, he did a little work on Beer League. He provided some jokes. And he wasn't even invited to the premiere. Oh. He's so insulted.
Oh, no.
What?
Yes,
oh, that's like a...
do that.
Very insulted.
Ooh. That's a major oversight. He's definitely invited to the premiere.
Oh.
That you don't do.
Oh.
No, I mean, he is invited.
You're getting JD in and not Sam Simon.
Well, I had a discussion with the producer about that specifically. He was on that VIP list.
See, this drives Artie nuts.
It does, actually, because it really does.
And by the way, the betting continues. I still say Dana's going to show up at the premiere. I still say it, I claim it, and I'm owning it.
Would you like to bet me directly?
Well, you know, you can control the bet, so I'm not gonna say. But
according to you, I can't, because right now
I say Dana will be there.
Are you two still? You haven't?
I have not spoken.
All right.
She'll be there. She ain't missing this.
It's a whole week away still.
Well, maybe
not quite a week.
Maybe she'll crash it.
Beth bought a dress for the premiere.
That's very nice to hear.
It's barely a dress.
I can't wait to see that.
She goes, I'm getting decked out for Artie's premiere.
The red carpet action there.
For the red carpet. And she showed it to me. She put it on. I said, I don't understand how that's
you don't even know how to, it gets on. Huh?
Yeah, I said, I don't understand the dress concept there.
Is she one of those women that never wears something twice? Like, does she, like,
no,
retire a dress?
She'll wear some things twice, but I got a feeling this one's coming out only once.
Wow, I'm honored.
Yeah, yes. So she said to me, do you think anyone else is getting dressed up? I said, well, Robin will get dressed up.
Sure, Robin's always elegant at these things.
Always. I'm hoping she's going to show some titty.
Your co-stars will be dressed up, I'm sure.
The girl in the movie she'll probably get a little decked out. She's very sexy. She'll look good.
Yeah, she'll look good.
Well, there you go. All right, so that's big news.
Ralph
so anyway,
Macchio, I think, bought a suit for this.
Yeah, he's going to show a little skin.
Showed some of that Karate Kid money.
Sam Simon's feeling very...
That really, honestly, I'm pissed for him because that is a major oversight, and I'm sorry, Sam, and you're right, it does aggravate the shit out of me.
All right, let's go to, because Artie goes, this is like a friggin' wedding. A wedding.
Jesus.
And I don't know who's coming, and...
Sam, you're totally invited if you're listening.
What is it, Jason?
No, I'm the one who saw Sam, and he was cursing you out. And he was so angry.
Really?
Artie, this is f***ing bullshit. I sat in on writing meeting for this shit. I'm going back to L.A. tonight. This.
Oh, he left?
I don't know if he left. He threatened to leave.
Did he have a couple of drinks in him?
He was loaded.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's what happened.
Well,
Do you
Jason,
know if he's still in town, Howard?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. He was here. He was working with me and Beth yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was working with a couple other people, and I don't know. I don't know if he left town afterwards.
Wow. He played me. He played me what he has done so far. It's great.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah. It's awesome. I mean, he said that's not the finished version, but laughing my ass off.
Oh, good.
They got to lay in music, the whole thing. So,
but I am shocked that, and he didn't say a word.
He said, I'm leaving, and I'm going to go out and promote Beer Fest.
Wow. He said that Norm called him and said, hey, we can meet up and go together, and Sam said, Dad, I'm not going.
Oh, now he's not going?
Well, he said he didn't have a ticket. And now he said he doesn't want to go.
Look at Artie. He's rolling the eyes and crossing his eyes.
This is going to put him down.
Hey, Artie, that's not the right thing.
You know what? I know. You're right. The guy really did help us out. He took a lot of time to do it.
Oh. Sorry to hear this.
He said he thought you guys were friends.
Oh.
Did he say that?
Yeah, no, he actually said that. He goes, Norm, who's apparently my real friend, unlike Artie.
Oh.
Wait, what is that? What, because Norm invited him to the premiere?
I don't know. And he said he just threw that in when he was talking about Norm.
I'm so sorry. If Sam is listening, let me apologize. Very, very embarrassing.
and please, Sam, it wasn't us. It was Artie.
Yeah. It's so funny at these kind of events. You can't even keep control of them.
I know. I mean, I'm physically handing out.
He's walking around with envelopes.
And believe me, Sam, he's totally right to be pissed here. He took time out to come to read-throughs. He gave us, great jokes. He's a very talented guy. Never thought about even, considering charging us for it. And
all to be forgotten.
It's awful.
Listen, I'm going to get your mind off this. I got to play you some great tapes. I mean, these are great. I don't know if you saw this one on the Internet. There's a weatherman, a local weatherman. The audio is great. I'm sure the video is even better. But a local weatherman. Oh, you're on the phone, huh, Justin?
Oh, hey, Howard.
I'm sorry. You go and then I'll go. Go ahead, Justin.
I just want to say today's show has been a ringing endorsement not to around with any drinking or drugs. I mean, from top to bottom. I mean, don't show pictures of drugs and to kids in high school and health class. Just play today's whole interview with Eddie, because that was something else. Hey, Howard, I want to ask you, can I get tickets for the beer league premiere?
Do we have enough, guys? Yeah, okay.
Wait a minute, you better save those for Sam.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait, we need two for Sam Simon.
Just wait to see if Sam can answer a trivia question properly. If not, you could have him.
All right, I tell you what, Justin, a pair of tickets to you to the premiere of Beer League at the Ziegfeld Theater. We'll see you there Wednesday night, September 13th. Beer League opens on Friday, September 15th in New York, Philadelphia, and Cleveland. How's that?
Love you, Howard.
All right, love you too. Hold on, and we'll see you there. I'll be sure to say hello. Where was I? Okay, yes. So the weatherman. So listen to this. This weatherman is doing the weather right on camera, and a cockroach goes right up his leg, and he freaks out.
Wow.
Yeah, he freaks out. Hang in there with this. This is pretty wild.
Be pushing across Central Florida, so places like Orlando, Daytona Beach, the Cape Canaveral area, Vero Beach will be getting in on the heavier rainfall, and eventually that should I am so sorry, Bill. Oh,
This is a black dude, by the way.
What the hell just happened? This is what just happened. That thing was crawling on my leg.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. If that... Oh, my God! Oh, no! It's in there. Right at the wall for me.
That's a dude?
Whoa. Yeah, that's a dude.
You sure?
You sure? Yeah, it's a dude.
Wow.
Like, you guys wouldn't sound like that.
I mean, I would get pissed or freaked, but I don't know if I get that high.
Sausage. Are you afraid of bugs?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they freak me out, but I know when I'm on camera, there's
you
no way.
You would never get that
I'm not
squeal
going,
out of you?
I don't know. Did I tell you this story? I was working with Bob Schimmel a couple of years ago, and this was so fucking funny. We played an outdoor gig together in Cape Cod, the Cape Cod Melody Tent.
I think you said this, but go ahead.
Well, it was, I don't know if I told it on satellite. It's an outdoor gig, and middle of the summer up in Cape Cod, beautiful event, and it was like 2,500 people, and it was sold out. I had to open for them, so I open, I do my set, I go in the back, and me and a couple of cops from up there watching Schimmel's set. With about 10 minutes left, a fucking brown recluse spider.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Right.
Which is pretty big.
And dangerous.
Somehow got on stage, crawls up Schimmel, and is on his neck.
Oh.
It's like from a fucking movie. It's like on the side of his neck.
This guy doesn't have enough bad luck.
Right, and Schimmel's sort of a, diminutive guy. And like, the cops look at me and they go, that's a brown recluse. They're around here. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, if he gets bit, he's got like 10 minutes. A woman, Schimmel doesn't know he's going through his act. A woman in the front row starts screaming, there's a spider on your neck. And Schimmel goes, what are you talking about? When he realizes it, it was a wireless mic. He started jumping around just like a broad, like, oh my God, get it off. He's sitting there with the mic.
With the microphone?
Yeah, and the mic is making all this noise. And he's just trying to get it off, and the thing finally, falls, gets on the thing, and scatters towards the audience. These women in the front row dive away like they're stuntmen, and it just went in the crowd, and then people wouldn't sit back down.
Wow.
And Schimmel is a pro. He went back in, he got the crowd back, he killed yeah, exactly. It almost looked like that, but the cop said, look, they're around here, and they're very poisonous.
Wow. Yeah, see, you don't know what you're going to do in a moment like that. You don't know what noises you're going to make.
You know what, Robin? I said if I didn't open, thank God I opened. If I'd have on, I don't think I would have got on stage. I was like, I want the place fumigated.
My granddad got bit by one of those.
A brown recluse?
Yeah, on his knee, and he almost lost his whole leg.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
The top of his leg was all brown and gray.
Because if it's your family, I'm sure they didn't go to a doctor for it.
Yeah, they probably just, cut it and sucked out the poison.
Put raccoon urine on it.
We're going to cut your leg off.
And you know what I've been having a problem with at my apartment is centipedes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They don't do anything to you, do they?
No, I think they bite. But they're scary as hell looking. They've been staying in my shoes and stuff.
How big are they?
They're about this long.
That long?
Yeah.
Centipedes?
Yeah.
Where do you get those from?
I don't know.
They come around. I guess they're just there.
But I think it's from like water damage and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what I've heard.
Mold.
Mm-hmm.
How did they get there in the first place?
I don't know. I can't figure that part out.
Like last night, one crawled out of the wall and started running right towards me, and it freaked me out. I jumped up and I smashed it with a duffel bag.
Yeah. Wow.
And then when I lived in Florida, I had real bad cockroaches in that warehouse I lived at.
No.
And one night, I felt something run right across my face.
Oh.
And it was the scariest thing ever. And I jumped up and looked down, the cockroaches staring right at me.
That is friggin' disgusting.
Oh, I couldn't sleep the rest of the night.
I hate all that stuff. I hate flies. Flies are just larvae.
Think about all the forms of life in this. Like, what if we were a centipede instead of a person? That's a bum rat.
Speaking of gay-sounding dudes, so this is weird. Mark Harris, I don't know if he sent this to us or how we got... Did he send this in?
No, I'm
a gay papa.
It had no address on it. It was just anonymously sent in, but probably...
Do you think he sent it?
Yeah, him or one of his people, I'm sure.
Mark Harris has a new song. He's the guy...
Oh, he's back to singing? Maybe he's better.
I'm not going to describe who Mark Harris is. If you're a fan of the show, you know who he is. And if you don't, this is just funny to listen to anyway. So he has a new song, and you got to hear this one. I don't know what he's up to.
What he's up to.
He's gay times 50. You know, he was married to a woman, several women. He even had kids with one of them.
He's super gay.
Yeah, he's super gay. Superman gay.
I'm a gay papa, behaving so luxurious, watching my kids. I'm generous as well. I'm a gay papa. I'm funny and enjoyable. Sometimes I'm down. My children never know. So many gays. My parties were so colorful. Neighbors complain. They're jealous and insane.
It's like, you know when Frank Sinatra did I Did It My Way? That's like his gay version.
It's kind of like, what was the Cats in the Cradle? That was for his son, right?
And
this is for his kids.
And what a narcissistic view of the world. I'm wonderful. I'm fabulous.
Enjoyable.
I'm enjoyable and luxurious. And
he must. Does he have any corroboration of these claims?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to talk to his kids.
Just ask one of my friends.
I'm a gay papa.
Just ask that German guy. What was his name? The one
Boris.
Boris.
I'm a gay papa, and better than some straight fathers, traveling around and taking all my kids. When they were young, I dressed them up in frilly clothes. Those were the boys, 'cause I mixed up all the toys.
Wow.
What's going on?
What is wrong with him? I mean, you know what? It's fine if you're gay. I have no problem with it. But this form of gay, I have a problem with. I don't know what this is.
Well, dressing his kids up in frilly clothes.
No, this song. I mean, what is that?
Well, I don't know what to think. The last time he was in here, he was depressed.
Yeah.
And he didn't smile or laugh. He wasn't singing. And at least he's singing.
He's back to singing, yeah.
Where are they going to play that song, though? Like, besides
I'm a gay
us?
papa?
Yeah.
On our cue.
My girls are the ones who love me and they fight for me. The boys to defend the right for me being gay. I'm a gay papa. I'm a gay papa.
Beautiful. I never made it all the way through to one song.
That one you had to listen to from beginning to end. But he says,
Vinny's
I didn't know he had sons, actually.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Vinny, you're still in touch with Mark. He has a whole bunch of songs.
Hello, my Debbie.
Hey, Vin.
Hello, guys. This is what it took to get me to call in.
Hey, by the way, Vin, I think you're part of the big weekend coming up here. Today, at noon, I think it's noon.
Right.
We begin hosted by Donald Trump, we begin the top 10 moments from the Howard Stern show.
Vinny's tapes made the top 10?
I think you're in the top 10, but I'm not sure. I know you were part of the voting.
I heard it this weekend, and I regretted it.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
I get in the car with Debbie, and we look at the satellite readout, and we see Vinny Love tapes, and we just shriek like, holy shit.
There's so many times we goofed on it. Was it the actual first time we ever played them?
You guys were so on the money that first time, too.
Yeah, it was really
I remember
funny.
laughing so hard at those tapes that first time we played them. My face was red, like blood was coming out of my ears.
You did the whole Silence of the Lambs bit, which was hysterical.
Debbie.
Debbie.
Oh, my Debbie.
What's that, Debbie?
I won't do it again. I love you.
Debbie.
I'll save that for you.
Debbie, you would benefit so much.
That's my taint.
Stop it, Artie.
Moving on.
Look at that big ass.
Did Mark send you this I'm a Gay Papa?
Listen to me very carefully. I have not only that, but like 4 more songs that are, this is the worst he's ever done. I think he's like trying to seduce me because there's one song that sounds like he's just like he's singing to another guy. It's very creepy. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. You all start the same way, by the way.
I screwed you last night and had some
They sound bad on the phone. You can't hear it so good. Vinny, just send it to me. There you go. I'm not going to listen to that.
But it's really, I screwed you last night and had some queer feelings.
Oh, God. I hung up on Vinny because I couldn't hear the song, and it would have taken me an hour to get through to him.
I can't wait to get that.
So, Gary Garb, Jeff the Drunk, you're on the air. You still got that job?
Yeah, you working?
Hello, Howard.
Still working?
I'm working.
Yep. He opens a door at a supermarket. Not the front door, the back door.
I'm the back door man.
For deliveries.
Yeah, you couldn't have him at the front door.
Making $7 an hour.
Jeff, did you call me last night?
Yeah, what's up with that freaking premiere? You didn't even invite me?
Our premiere, he's saying.
No, you're not invited.
And I'm the only asshole who handed out flyers for your ass.
Money, you idiot.
You dumbass.
Yeah, well,
you don't even have nobody. I'm the only one who would do it for you. And you
asked for money.
So?
And now you're calling Artie an idiot?
Well, because he didn't invite me. But no, you can get tickets for J.D. or whoever.
Well, J.D. works here. First of all, he's not your dad. He gives you money for doing nothing, pretty much.
Dude, I threw you a bone. I said, do something that a 2-year-old could do, and I'll give you $600 for it.
And then you said, oh, he probably didn't even fucking do it. Probably threw it in the garbage can. I did it, dude.
Jeff, if you want to show up outside the theater, you can sit there and stand and sweat and smell, but you're not coming in.
Yeah.
Well, you're really
I
pissed
wouldn't
at
go
him.
even if I had tickets.
Dude, you know what? I wasn't until just now. You really think that you did me a favor by letting me pay you to hand out flyers? Are you out of your mind?
I'm the only one who advertised for you.
Oh, please.
Jeff, you're like retarded.
Yeah, okay.
No. All right, well, Jeff still has his... You know, Ralph hates Jeff.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Ralph likes him. Here, hey, Ralph, what were you saying about Jeff the other day?
I don't know. He's just really, I mean, first of all, he's vile. He's just like kind of gross to look at. And then he's like getting all pissed at Artie because he didn't get the money. And again, here he goes. He's like, he didn't do Artie a favor. Artie paid him. And it was a mercy at that.
Yeah. Right. I mean, come on, Jeff. Think of the logic you're using.
Well,
and you know what? You f***ed up. You f***ed up, man. Artie would have had you at the premiere if you weren't such an asshole.
Yeah, right. All right.
All right, Jeff.
Jeff, you don't get that, what we're saying? That you didn't do me a favor? I overpaid you for doing a little task.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
Hey, that's another thing. Why aren't I in the football picks? That's another bullshit.
That's not my decision.
Hey, Jeff, the whole world revolves around you. You should be in every bit, and you should be at every premiere.
Oh. People should just pay you.
Yeah.
Douchebags.
Hey. Don't call me a douchebag.
Jeff, don't you have to get to work? What's going on?
Yeah, what happened to your job?
The door won't open now.
You want to hear from my manager?
No. Where are you now? You at work?
Yeah, I'm
and you're on
the
office. And you're on the phone to us.
Yeah. Well, he gave me permission to call in.
Multitasking.
What? Multitasking. That's it.
All right. How's your manager think you're doing on the job?
Oh, you want to talk to him?
You guys want to talk to him?
I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Hold on. Manager. He needs to be managed.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good.
So how's he doing? Is he, like, doing anything good?
Actually, he's been really good so far.
Yeah. Well, it's only 3 days.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't screwed anything else up.
What exactly does he do? Hit a button?
Nah, he opens the door for the vendors when they come in and out, and I got him taking out trash and milk crates.
Can he do it? Because he only has that one good hand.
Yeah, can he really
take
out
he can do it. It takes him a while, but he can do it.
Yeah.
He works up quite a sweat taking out those milk crates.
Does he smell?
No, he's been good so far.
And does he put up any, did he give you any hassle about anything he has to do?
No.
Yeah.
He made me listen to his CD with Willie Nelson.
Oh,
That's
my
about
God.
Yeah.
Has he shit his pants yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, good. Hey, listen, I hope he holds on to his job.
Yeah, he's doing good so far, so.
All right, cool.
This guy hired him because he's a fan of the show, right?
Yeah.
No, he just, I've seen Jeff around, but...
Do you really
serving his
need someone to
purpose here.
do this job?
What's that?
Do you really need someone?
Yeah, well, we just started locking our back door for vendors, and it's been a pain in the ass for people to come back and open the door. So now Jeff sits there and lets them in and out, and it helps everyone out.
So like a bread delivery comes, and the bread guy goes, hey, I need to deliver, and then Jeff opens the door for him.
Yeah, he'll open the door and help
All right.
him in. And then,
But just like a doorstop.
Yeah, but so what? At least he's working.
yeah, he's doing something. He's doing a good job for us.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, I'm glad to hear it.
Yep.
I still say it's not going to last. He's going to f something up.
Jeff could be replaced by a windy day.
Does Jeff have to do any kind of security, like look in and make sure it's really the guy?
Well, I guess he's got to know the guys first, so he's pretty much letting anyone in, but...
Yeah. Doesn't he have to determine whether or not to open the door for someone?
If they ring the bell, he's going to open the door. We don't really have a window there, so...
All right.
He said he was the bread guy. I didn't know he was Al-Qaeda.
Somebody's here from Bin Laden Bakeries.
All right, thanks, man.
All right.
All right, later.
He is a piece of work, that Jeff, man. Holy shit.
They just get people doing shit, though.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, if Jeff will open the door for anyone, why bother locking it? I don't know.
Exactly.
What do you want to say, Ralph?
Hey, you used to have a chick who worked for you in the organization who used to like to have dogs lick her.
I don't remember anything like that, and that must have been off the air.
Well, yeah, no, she didn't. She told me in strict confidence. I can't say who it is, but you would definitely know who it is.
Wow.
I thought I told you off the air. I never told you?
I don't think so. She used to like to let her dog lick her?
Yeah.
Until she, like, orgasmed?
It was like her friend's dog. It happened, like, twice, and she kicked back and, like, got into it and got off on it.
And why would she tell you that? You think she'd be ashamed?
I know. I don't.
Oh, that's just disgusting. That's absolutely hideous.
When I tell you who it is, you get even more disgusting.
Is she really... Oh, I don't... You got to tell me off the air. All right.
Yeah.
Later.
She works here.
Man.
So she's happy to know Ralph will be telling you off the air.
Must be like an intern or something. He used to get information out of these interns. Yeah. Ay.
I have a really steamy, embarrassing secret. I think I'll tell Howard Stern's best friend.
Yeah, I'll tell Ralph. That's a good idea. I can't wait to find out who it is. You want to know who it is?
Yeah, I do.
Of course I do. I just think that, I think she assumed Ralph wouldn't tell anybody off the air.
As long as we don't still encounter her every day, because I don't know if I could...
Yeah.
We were just talking about how the world has changed, like, even since the 80s. Like, to me, the biggest change, there were two big things that I remember, is videotaping, being able to have your own VHS recorder, and a fax machine. That really blew my mind when you didn't have to do anything except fax. And it was crazy when the personal fax machine came out, how it changed the way people do business.
And now that seems archaic with email.
Email. Are you kidding? Like, sometimes I sit in my house and, like, Dan, the song parody man, will write a song parody. He'll send it to my email in a second, and he's done it on his home computer. He didn't have to go to a recording studio to record half that crap.
Even the fan, like Baba Booey songs, the fans send them.
Yeah.
They just need a computer.
Oh, it's amazing.
And you talk about videotape. I mean, videotape has been replaced by recordable DVDs now.
Right.
Oh, even last night I'm playing chess against a guy in England. I didn't know he was in England.
That's
but
unreal.
He
Didn't matter where he was.
Didn't matter. He beat me.
Did he? Were you
They can
pissed?
beat you in any country.
He had offered me a draw, and I turned it down, too. I was stupid.
Will that ruin your night?
Yeah, ruined my night.
Ruin your night.
I crawled into bed and watched Dancing with the Stars, which couldn't even cheer me up.
Oh.
You know, it's funny. I was watching the A's-Detroit game, and Ralph called me and said, you got to put on Dancing with the Stars. He was giggling. I didn't pick it up because I happen to be going in and out of consciousness. But he said, he giggled into my phone, you got to watch Emmett Smith dance. I'm telling you, you'll laugh your ass off.
Jerry Springer was actually pretty good last night.
Is Emmett Smith funny?
Emmett Smith was good.
Yeah.
He did a samba, Artie.
I called Beth like 3 times during it. First of all, 2 of the couples have already hooked up romantically. And I said, she goes, that's right. And then Beth's brother yelled out, yeah, she would have been with Jerry Springer. I said, yeah, well.
Who besides Mario Lopez is hooking up?
The girl, Willa Ford, who they call a rock star. I've never heard of her, but Willa Ford, who looks pretty good now because she's been dancing and her body got pretty tight.
She was definitely on our show before.
Yeah, I know that name.
Well, Willa Ford hooked up with her dance instructor, and they're all romantic and taking romantic walks on the beach. It's like a whole love affair going on. Because
Mario Lopez is rubbing down the girl at the side of the pool.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's like The Bachelor.
It's a soap opera now.
Yeah. I get a feeling, though, he'll be dumping her as soon as the show is over.
Yeah, that's just for the show.
Isn't that the guy who cheated on his honeymoon or something?
With what was that girl's name from the Doritos commercial?
Allie Landry or Allie McGraw or
something
Allie Landry.
Allie Baba.
Allie Landry.
Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
You know, like here's a guy.
And he cheated on their honeymoon.
Show business considers him a joke. He's even a guy we'll goof on, but God, I'd love to be Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
He must just get so much pussy.
Yeah, goof all you want.
I'm like, wow, look at his dimples.
He doesn't even hear you.
He's so lucky.
His ears are between some woman's thighs.
Like, people say you should be happy and proud of who you are. I'm like, you know what? If I had a lamp, I'd rub it and go, I want to be Derek Jeter.
I have a crush on Edita, the one who dances with Joey Lawrence. Boy, she's got some body.
I haven't seen Joey Lawrence dance. I can't stay with the show. I go in and out, so I was flipping between the baseball game and the Dancing with the Stars. No, I don't want it on TiVo.
I TiVo, and I fast forward through all the boring parts.
I can't stand it. That Bruno Tavioli.
Oh, don't make fun of Bruno. Guy's a good guy.
You are magnifico!
I got to tell you, these stars dance really well. I mean, it makes me believe, like, man...
Now, Jerry Springer couldn't really dance.
Jerry Springer was good last night. Like, he did sort of a comical dance, but it was sort of entertaining and well done.
Yeah?
Yeah, and, I mean, he's such a load. I mean... He's so into this humility thing, like, I'm not the character I play on TV, you know.
Right,
I'm not that...
he so doesn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, so he so doesn't want to be that guy, so he's all humble, and he waves to the crowd like a wimp, and he's crying on there, and he's dancing around like a big homo. And it's just like, it's like his fans must be going nuts. He even said last night, most of his fans are in jail, so it'd be really cool if they could just get their one phone call and vote for him. Which was kind of a funny line.
Right, he's got a writer now.
Yeah, so...
You got to figure out an angle where you don't look ridiculous or embarrassing. I mean, like even the physicality of your dancing, you got to figure out how to make it look. You got to get a move.
Emmett Smith called Jerry Rice to make sure it would be okay.
Right.
I was practicing in the mirror last night to see how I would look on Dancing with the Stars, and I was pretty bad.
You couldn't do those neck snaps. You should see, even their heads have to be in a certain position.
Well, I mean, Emmett Smith is a running back and Jerry Rice was a wide receiver. Those are the most, you would need some sort of skills that would help you dance for both of those.
Yeah, they have to
be
agile.
And plus, they're black.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you're black and you can't dance, what's your problem?
Or play football. I mean, come on.
And by the way, we should point out that the Mets have a black manager.
And we should point that out for what reason?
Because this show always points out stuff like that where everyone goes, they scratch their head and go, well, why is that an issue?
We should point out that Frank Robinson broke down that barrier, I think, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
I just think we should point that out.
I'm a huge Willie Randolph fan. I really am. I would love to see him do well because everyone's talking about Lou Piniella. I'd like to see Willie Randolph take over for Torrey at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, but why would he do that? He's got the Mets.
It's the Yankees.
Because he's a Yankee.
Yeah, but, he's got a New York team. He's doing well.
Well, he's doing well in the minor league. Just come up to the majors.
Get a real team.
Why be with a minor league team?
The Yankees love to be playing in the minors right now, Artie.
I know. Why? Come on, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
It already happened. The Mets are in and the Yanks are out.
We'll watch you make out with Blue Iris is what we'll do.
Pending a clean blood test, Rob.
By the way, this is funny about Blue Iris. Blue Iris evidently gets a blood test every 2 months.
Uh-huh.
So she said...
like every good porn star.
So she called up and she goes, wait a second. What about Artie taking a blood test? She called
now
up.
It's getting ugly.
She goes, he's a heroin addict, and I go, you know what? I'm not sure who the loser is here.
We should trust you that you never shot.
I never shot a fucking needle.
The issue was that she's heard on the show that you might have been with whores, and that's where she's afraid.
How dare she? Now it's getting insulting.
Whores?
I'll take a blood. What do I give a shit?
There's nothing wrong with him.
Actually, I just had one. When did I have one? I had one for the movie. That's a year ago. So.
There you go.
You could have gotten something in that time.
Oh, yeah. You've been up to some bad things in a year. You haven't lived a clean life.
Actually, I've slept on a lot of dirty bedspreads and, St. Louis Best Westerns. And
that is true.
My test? What about Artie?
Oh, I'm insulted.
You get into this whole Mets-Yankees thing. I was reading, let me see if I can find letters to the editor real fast. I wish I could.
It also was announced, I believe, that A-Rod is going to stay. And I think that has mostly to do with the fact that he's not going to waive his no-trade clause.
Yeah, of course not. Why should he?
They can't get rid of him.
He's going to hang out. So it'll be him and Tori. He'll be back next year, I think.
Then you won't be in the playoffs next year either.
Why am I hearing that weird
We're
voice?
in. We gotta win one.
Hey, listen to this.
An October series.
Here's a great letter. It says, Artie will like this one. From the Daily News. When your Metsies win 10 straight division titles, make the playoffs 10 straight years, and win 4 World Series in those 10 years, you will grab the headlines from that other team. Until then, the Metsies will always be second place in New York.
See, that's a Yankee fan. Can't be happy for the Mets.
Yankee fans will not let go.
I don't recall too many Met fans being happy for me when I won. I mean, it is...
You guys started it.
Think of the standard the Yankees set. Think of that organization. I mean, 10 years in a row they're in the playoffs. Jeter's never known a year where he doesn't make the postseason.
Think
and
of
they're
the
called
embarrassment
losers.
when every year they have to go home.
Well, it's very annoying that the Yankees fans can't accept a loss. I mean, okay, they got into the playoffs and they lost, but I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, it's true. We do this to ourselves. We're all mad when any other team would be like, hey, great year,
Right. Yeah, it looks promising for next year.
You know what was funny? Because if you watch the Yankees and then you go to Shea Stadium, the Mets have, posters and paintings whenever they're, like, the division winners. Or,
Yeah, they have time to paint a mural for every year.
And it is embarrassing.
Right. Jacob, you're on the air in Riverside.
I think Howard should have called him aside after the show and found out the whole deal with family. I agree with Steve. If Howard's kids are off limits, so is Langford's daughter till he knows exactly the circumstances.
But we know what the deal is. There's nothing special in there, and we weren't going to talk about. Howard wasn't going to ask him anything about his kid except to say to Steve. In other words, without going into Steve's family life, I'm pretty sure his daughter didn't say, oh, I'm a huge George Takei fan, let me interview him for my school project. So Howard probably would have explored how did that come up and why were you getting involved in it? And that has nothing to do with his daughter.
I just think, to me, it's just the father doing something he could for his kid. If he did overstep his bounds, I would have approached him first because it involved a child myself.
But okay, but that's a great.
But
that discussion can be had on the air without bringing the daughter into it in any way that's going to expose any more than what we already know.
And Eddie, I also think if Steve hadn't had the track record of talking to different people on the show with different circumstances, this wouldn't be as big of a deal. But that's not the way it is.
Yeah, and I said to Howard. Howard said, "How did this?" We talked about this during the because Will did the notes. And Howard goes, how did Langford even get to him? And I said, I think he spent a week with him, traveling around with George. I'm sure they developed some sort of friendship, but Howard wasn't, he wouldn't buy in that.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Jenks, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's Jenks. This whole Langford thing, I talked to him back in his office, and he said he doesn't answer to Howard. Okay? I'm trying to figure out where he gets off saying that. How does he get off not answering to Howard on this issue? He gives it to everybody else, but when it's his turn to get it, he doesn't take it.
Jenks, don't you... Gary, Steve is scheduled to do the news update tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, he'll answer to Howard tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm going to call in tomorrow and to remind Howard to ask Steve Langford about this, and I encourage anybody who's listening to the show to call in and ask Howard to remind Steve Langford about this.
By the way, so Steve will sit and talk to you on the phone?
Yes. Well, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But I called mercilessly this morning because I knew that he had to go in the studio, and he finally did answer, and he said he doesn't answer to Howard. I don't answer to Howard.
Here's the problem for Steve. Jenks, how many times did you call me or email me this morning with suggestions about how this should be handled?
Probably 10 or 20.
Exactly. The first email was at one point. The first email was, "This is bullshit." The second one is, "You better get Langford in." The third one is, "Langford has to come in and repeat." Then it was a phone message, and there were more emails, and that's just Jenks.
Gary, I was really upset, man. I was furious.
I could tell.
How did he get away with this?
Well, Jenks,
wait. Are you upset about what he's accused of doing, which he said getting the interview, or are you upset that he wouldn't talk to Howard?
No, you figure it this way. When Langford calls somebody on the carpet with a news story, okay, they are expected to come in and answer to Howard for it or talk about it to Howard. How does Langford get to put his hand up and say, "Point taken"? What if everybody did that every time Langford wanted to interview them?
But people
put
can't.
Their hand up and said,
No, but
Jenks, you make a very fair point. You're going to get your answer tomorrow morning.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, George Takei came in and he told us, we found out that I guess they basically have an agreement where Brad doesn't listen while George is on, and George talked about that. George discussed kissing one of the guys on the show, and we talked about Governor Ventura and I having a nice, friendly discussion in the hall.
Now joining us, and he's always gracious enough to do this every time he comes in, is the Stern Show announcer, Mr. George Takei. And George, you're back again, and in the mix with Brad's weight, and your relationship seems to come up quite a bit whenever you do the Stern Show.
Doesn't it? And it's a good thing that Brad doesn't listen in when I'm on. He is addicted to this show, but he refuses to listen in when I'm on because... Well, he has given me free reign. He says that's the way the show works, but he doesn't like to hear what I have to share when I have free reign.
When did that start?
From the very beginning.
From day one,
Day one, he would not listen when I'm on. And he gets it from, there's that guy who writes capsule synopsis of what happened, and that's how he finds out about it.
But you've gotten some crap once in a while in the past. How does he find out about stuff like that? You know, like your bachelor party? Like, how did he find out about that?
Well, that was written about. Right. And then other people email him, too. So
see, I'm telling you, being in a gay relationship is just like a marriage relationship, because sometimes people email my wife and tell her shit I did on the show.
George,
how just like regular people.
George, how would Brad react if he heard about that innocent kiss that you and Benji had today? Would he know that it's part of the show, or would he be a little upset?
He would know it's about part of the show, because we go to parties or we meet other gay couples and we greet them with a kiss. I mean, it's part of,
But not an open mouth kiss.
Well, actually, George, Brad just went on your Twitter account.
He did?
He said he knows about the Benji kiss, and Sunday is off. Off with capital letters.
Well, then I'll try for Monday.
It's a good thing you weren't with a model, or it could have been the whole month of May.
See, Benji? See what you did?
Sorry, man.
You're too cute.
Did you guys connect at all during that moment? Did you see something in each other's eyes?
I saw him pull back right away. I mean, I felt him.
No, I didn't connect in a sexual... I like George a lot, so...
And I like you.
Thanks.
You got beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
So he's embarrassed.
Look at him. He's blushing.
Beat red.
Hey, Ronnie, while we have you here, beforehand, when we were talking, I told Benji about this. You said what Benji did today with Jesse Ventura, that's not a rare occurrence. He does that all the time.
He does it. He does it as a thing for TV, I think. And, when I tell him a lot of times, I'll say to him, like, Benji, go away from the guests or whatever. And he'll just look at me and he'll smile and he'll just keep on doing it. And I think he thinks I'm picking on him. But Benji doesn't realize that I do work for Howard, and Howard does have certain rules. And I do abide by those rules that he asked me to, to enforce. And we had the same problem. Can you let me talk?
I didn't know you worked here.
Could you let me talk?
I didn't know you worked here.
When Richard and Sal, we had the same problem with more Sal than Richard.
I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry.
He used to do the same thing.
I thought you were just some guy in the hall.
Howard got upset about it too, and I used to tell Sal, and he also used to ignore me about it. And then until Howard blasted him, then he realized that he wasn't really supposed to be doing this stuff.
So do you think Benji will continue to ignore you now after what happened today?
It came to the point when Howard really blew up today, and I don't think Benji realized how mad he was, but he really was mad. And I don't think Benji realized how mad he was about the whole thing. I mean, I know you yelled back at him. I don't know with you. You never know if it's shtick or you're serious, because that's the problem with you. Nobody ever knows the real Benji. That's the problem. And it was the whole thing with being late for work and the whole thing. It was the same thing. Nobody ever knows what your deal is, Benji. That's the whole problem.
Okay.
The only thing odder than the talkative Benji is the quiet Benji.
Yes.
George.
Or the other Benji. The
make out with you?
No. The resistant and defensive and
George,
somewhat hostile
But
Benji.
if someone's mad at you for something that didn't occur or occurred in a way and it's being painted in a much different way than it occurred, you would want to explain yourself. Like if there was $20 on the table and you grabbed it and someone's like, wow, George stole that money, and you were like, no, actually, Brad told me he left me this 20. You would want to explain it before getting yelled at that you stole the money.
Did you see how Will handled it? When Howard was saying...
when Will messed up the oatmeal.
Right. And he said, you're right. Yes, you're right.
But
and he was not resistant. And in this situation
I
with you...
I think it's okay... Listen, I think it's okay to be resistant when you're being, when you're being mistreated. I think it's okay to
it
be
was a
resistant
reasonable desire on the part of Howard to say, the guests are here for
what I said. Howard does not need to be reasonable. That if he decides something, if he wants us if he wants us to walk on one foot or hop through the hallway, and that's part of construction. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
that's reasonable. It's reasonable if Howard wants it done and that's a condition of working here. What I was saying was I thought I went through what are considered the appropriate steps before I did it.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, Jason Ellis was on talking about George Takei fondling his junk. And speaking of junk, I was talking about gazing at some cock in the gym room. Now, I was strictly a gazer, and it was for statistical reasons only. That makes sense. Check it out.
I know that you're a huge fan of the show, and I know that you probably labor over coming on the show the way Howard labors on going on Letterman.
Oh,
so like on a day like today, do you walk out of there, you hit a home run?
No.
Because you did.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit a home run today, right? Everybody agrees? I mean, everyone loved it too, but do you not know that when you walk out of there?
No, this time I felt like I did better than the last time, but as soon as I walked out, I started critiquing what I didn't say.
What do you feel? What did you miss? What do you feel you missed?
I just feel that I was a little stressed and less humorous. I felt like there was a lot of, I have a lot of things that just come flying out that are just funny that none of those came out. I just did the torture the dick thing.
Now, Jason, when George comes over to take off those clamps,
it wasn't even that. It was before that.
Like when Howard
was on the other side and he started talking to me. There was a thing there where I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But I know people that aren't cool with that because you're straight up fucking flirting with me. Like, I've had penthouse pets in my studio. Every now and then they'll give you that look where I'm like,
Well, that's very flattering. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. And George was giving me that before he even came around. Like,
yeah.
He was shaking a little bit. I'm like,
his eyes aflutter a bit.
Yeah, but I thought I'm having fun.
It was
of
fun.
course. You had somewhat of a chubby though after he caressed your penis.
I was trying to get it bigger, and you know, because I kept stretching it. Yeah, good. I want gay people to want to suck it. Is there something wrong with that?
No, go ahead.
I want everybody to want it.
You want a gay man to suck your penis?
No, I want.
I don't
him
think
to
a
want to
straight
suck
man
my
would.
penis.
That makes sense.
I want everyone to want to suck my cock except my friends, because it's like when you go in the locker room. Like I'll change with random dudes and their dick can come out, but I ain't fucking changing with Bubba Booey over here. Like now that I know you, I don't want to see your dick in the locker room.
Does it bother you if a guy
change and then I'll come
if a guy waits in the locker room just to see your cock?
Who does? What? Is that you? Is that what you do?
The guy sitting right over here.
No,
Wait a
I
minute,
don't
you
do that.
watch cocks?
No, I don't.
He
I
does.
glance.
You're a cock watcher in the gym?
I glance out of
I will
curiosity.
fucking kick you in the face.
Really quickly explain to Jason
When
what
I'm
you
in
do.
Jason.
Yeah.
When I'm in the locker room, you just said that.
What is it?
When I'm in the locker room,
You're not really trying to tell me a story that's true, are you?
not the way they're putting it. It's out of context.
In any way
it's
at
out
all?
of context. So
Okay.
no.
Put it in your words. Go ahead.
Curiosity factor. I just joined the gym. I've never worked out in my life, as you could tell. And I just joined the gym. And when I'm in the locker room, a lot of men have a tendency to get naked. So now I'm trying to fulfill my curiosities as a man. For example, there's a guy who's mentally challenged, a retard, and his dick was small. And usually retarded people have big dicks.
I would
number
want to
one.
see a retarded dick.
Okay. Secondly, there was an Asian. I try to fulfill that curiosity.
Right.
You would think it would be.
Wait a minute. Were they all in the locker room at the same time?
No,
naked?
these are all different.
How long were you there
Well,
waiting for
I've
the
been-
entire race of dick to come in?
Okay, good question.
A month.
Yeah,
Right.
You've been doing this over the
He's been
period
doing
of
research.
like a month.
I hope you filmed it.
No, I wish I could. I tried to take pictures, but I knew they would throw me out. I did take my BlackBerry out, but I'm like, nah, I'm crossing the line here. So I saw an Asian with the normal sized dick, thinking it would be small. I saw a retard with a small dick, thinking it would be big. And I seen a guy like you, actually, a real buff guy, who I was hoping. Now here I am changing.
You're hoping you had a little dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, he dropped the towel, and
got
I
it
was
all.
so deflated. It was a really bad moment. It's like scratching a lottery ticket. You know, on the third one, you can win $1 million, and it's just like a fucking potato. Like, fuck.
You never know.
And
who's
I
carrying.
was pretty disappointed the whole day for that one. Well, the whole day at the gym. So that's what I do. I don't. I'm not on a mission. I don't go into a locker room and look for dick. I'm not the Jacques Cousteau of penis. I go in there, I get in and I get out, and I happen to see a certain nationality. I fulfill my curiosity.
And his last one was a black guy who he waited and waited.
I did
and
wait
waited,
for the black,
but he didn't pull his.
There was a
pants down.
cliffhanger on the show.
See, waiting for the dick.
Wait, that's right.
That's
wrong.
Even though they didn't say it was a long time, but if you see a guy come in and you wait until his pants come off to see the size of his dick, you are way gay.
He went to go. He went to go.
No, I didn't wait.
He did. Well, hold on. He saw a black guy at tidy whities, and he went over to where the guy was blow drying his hair because he thought that maybe he'd be able to see.
No, I went to blow dry my hair. Well, I saw the guy, and based on the cliffhanger here, Jason. Last time we spoke, Gary goes, "Did you see any black dick yet?" I go, "No, not yet." But I got to see my first black guy in the gym, in the locker room. I'm leaving. So I'm on my way out. I go, wow, a black fella here. So
you were
on the way out?
I was on the way out.
If you didn't work for this fucking radio show, I would call the cops.
Hold on. Again, it's a cliffhanger. Gary asked, so I saw the black fella.
Don't make it sound like you had to stay.
I didn't.
You had
the
to
obvious
stay.
cliffhanger.
Wait. He's making it sound like he had to go back so he could come report to me. You know what I mean?
No, you're the gay
I
one.
believe that.
No
I
one
believe
told
that.
you to do this.
No,
this is your
I believe
curiosity.
You did. That's why
It's
I think
my
it's
curiosity.
okay. That's what I'm saying. I believe you did it, research to tell the story and tell Gary.
It's like your obsession with the show. Like you walked down and critiqued yourself. When Gary asked me last, he goes, "How about some black dick?" I go, "Haven't seen one yet." Saw the black fella, put on the brakes,
I get
hit
it.
the blow dryer,
I get it.
try to finagle my eyeballs a little bit, and he put on his sweatpants, so I messed up. But
I get it, though.
Stay tuned, everybody, in the wrap-up show. We will eventually find out.
It's really Gary's the perverted one.
Maybe.
He's using you
Can't
to
you
get
just
the
do a
information.
show? Can't you just do a segment where you get random people to come in and guess their size and just get them all to drop it?
We could do that, yeah.
Well, then you could just nip it in the butt instead of being creepy at your gym.
Yeah, dude, why don't you make it a Howard 101 special, so where you critique dick?
Yeah.
I don't want to critique it, but again...
Do you want to come on my show and I'll do it on my show today? I'll just get like a bunch of anybody who wants to come in and pull their dick out.
But Jason, the
Dick
point,
frenzy.
the point, it doesn't have to happen for a show. He's doing this in his gym. I mean, this is just...
but I believe he's doing it for research and development for the show.
I am, and wait, well, I said it fulfills my curiosity.
You don't think, Gary? You don't think?
Look,
I think he wants to know.
Do you think if you fired him, he
Right.
would continue to do it?
Yeah, I do, because I think
Absolutely.
he wants to know.
I think we all want to know. I think every man. No, I do.
Okay,
I
you
do.
fucked yourself.
No, I didn't.
Nobody wants to
We
know
all want to
everybody's
know.
penis
I'm
size.
telling you, when Steve Brandano takes a fucking piss, and if there's a guy next to him, and he has the opportunity to get an eighth of a glance just to see if he's holding up in the society of men, he's going to do it. That's us. We're men. We measure up. We measure our biceps against biceps, our chest against chest, and our cocks against cocks.
I think it's only for insecure penises.
Well, I'm insecure. Look at it. It looks like an aardvark. It's a disaster.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked about George Takei and the fact that he started off the morning thinking of Jason Ellis and jerked off to him. And would there be any complications with Brad? What does it mean? And how blind George's love seems to be for Jason Ellis. And then we all talked about what would happen in our relationships if something like that happened. And I don't think we can pull off what George pulls off. And here's that conversation.
I want to talk about what happened at the very beginning of the show, where George talked about what he did in the shower this morning, and basically, and you guys can correct me if you think I'm wrong, proclaimed his love, admiration, I'm not sure of the right word, for Jason Ellis. And he said he spoke about it with Brad.
You're being too nice. He said he jerked off in the shower this morning thinking of Jason.
Well, that's another way of putting it, much more succinctly. But I guess, do they have the relationship where it's comfortable enough that those kinds of things can happen? Or do you think that there's more bad news for George around the corner? He just doesn't know that it's coming.
Well, let me ask you a question. I think Mutt started to bring this up a little bit, that they were going to talk about this on Superfan tonight. If you spent the whole week, right, sitting in there talking about that you thought your wife was fat and that she could stand to lose some weight, and then at the end of the week, a really hot girl came in and you just started squeezing her naked tits, would you be able to go home?
I wouldn't have a wife. I seriously, and I wouldn't blame her. Like, that's, and I think...
So maybe they do have some special arrangement.
I think they do. I mean, Stacey said, when she was talking about relationships, she said that maybe Brad's weight is his passive-aggressive way of telling George that, you know what, I'm going to be this way because, he's kind of fighting back in a subtle way. Or maybe everything's just smooth between them. It's hard to tell. What do you think, Ronnie?
Well, it's not the first time he's touched a cock on the show.
That's true. But
I guess they do... They've had an arrangement, obviously, before Brad's weight came up.
But George was like, listen, what I did yesterday was I just touched it. I didn't, he sort of insinuating that because he didn't do more about it. I guess it could be, a guy saying, hey, I felt the girl's tits. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, but Gary, remember the day the guy was in here with the 12-inch cock and he had his hand down his pants? He had that look on his face like if I had my finger up some girl's ass or something.
But isn't that like for years, girls have been coming in here, guys have been feeling them up. Isn't just touching a dick the gay version of that?
I don't know. I can't define that. I'm not in that position.
Yeah, but a lot of guys don't do that anymore. Like, you don't do it anymore, do you?
No.
And I'm sure, that's because of your wife, right?
Well, she didn't like it, and I started to feel a little dirty doing it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's a kid's thing, even though I have boys. When you have kids, I start to feel a little creepy doing it.
And John, have you ever done it in here?
Not on the show, no. Well, not
on
the show either. No.
Yeah, John.
John doesn't.
I got to be in the green room.
Not on the show.
Bad answer. No, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I think it's disrespectful to my wife.
Would you have done it when you were single?
When I was single?
Yeah.
Sure. But I don't think a lot of people are doing it these days, right?
And Howard stopped.
Howard stopped. He said out of respect to Beth, I think. Ronnie, how about you?
Have you seen me do it?
No, but next time
I haven't been in there.
But if
I've been in there with a flashlight to put them under the check for implants.
Right. But there's a difference between that.
I've held them up and put the flashlight on.
Like the one that I remember.
I'll do it. Bring somebody in here right now. I'll do it.
I can't remember the girl's name, but it was back at terrestrial radio. She had that funny, real New York accent, and we all said we didn't believe she had real tits. And the line was ridiculously long.
I remember that.
I think Wood Yee was on the end of the line.
That was the clown car line, right?
That's when I was the last one, I think, to go in with the flashlight to test them.
Well, who usually leads that charge?
Well, DePace has always said to me his wife doesn't care and he could do whatever he wants. But he hasn't been in there in a while. But he says it's no big deal. Pam doesn't care. I don't know who leads that charge.
Usually it used to be, I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, I think the difference here, getting it back to George, is not only is George touching him, but the way he's referring to he's literally gushing over, this guy. And if you're married to George, Gary, would it bother you?
I would think so. Listen, if my wife went to, what are those Chippendales, and she was jamming her hand down a guy's pants, And even though she was laughing, she was grabbing a dick, I'd probably be pretty annoyed.
If I'd have known I'd have gotten makeup, I would have went in and you walk into Howard's show and you're greeted by cameras.
You'd have been more dolled up today?
And this time it's even worse. It's not one camera, it's two. What on earth?
The tag team.
I'll tell you. Where am I at, in here?
Just this way, sir.
Okay, thanks.
So how's it going?
Great. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
New book?
Yep. Yep.
Now this is called 63...
Documents that the government doesn't want you to read. And all the documents are in the public sector. We broke no laws. You know, people can find them. You just have to search for them. But they're there. But they're very controversial documents. And when you read them, you won't believe it was the United States government that did it, that produced these documents.
First of all, so it's that shocking.
Some of them, yeah.
Jesse Ventura's here. He wrote a book called 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. It's in stores now. And Jesse, let's get him in here. He's always a lot of fun.
What are these documents?
He has these documents he wants you to know about. There he is, the governor himself. Look at him. And I understand you flew in on a private jet. You used to be a man of the people. You've become very fancy. How did you get the money for the private jet?
Well, I had to fly private because of my lawsuit, Howard.
Yeah, what is going on with
What happens if you go through an airport now?
Well, here's the problem.
You always have a problem.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very, you know, I need to go to the psychologist and the psychiatrist once a week because I always have a problem.
Do you go?
No, are you kidding me?
But Governor, why not? I mean, you always have. Are you getting tired of this life of constantly being at odds with everyone?
I love it.
You love it. You
I love it.
You take on
fights. I thrive
fights.
at it, Howard.
Were you offended when Piers Morgan called you a coward last night on the show? I was watching.
Well, I kind of, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit because,
Here's this guy who hasn't served any country.
Anywhere, right?
Right. Yeah.
But getting back, see, here's the problem. And by the way, Robin is looking good today. Let me tell you.
Yes.
you.
Would you profile Robin? By the way, why
I'd like to be at the airport to search Robin like they do me.
Governor, why didn't you answer that question? Honestly, because I know you.
Well, here's the deal, Howard, is that I have metal in my body.
Right.
So when I pass through the metal detector, I could go through it naked and it's going to go off.
Right.
So now I'm subjected either to the X-ray, which I call the microwave,
right,
or this extended search.
Right.
And I had it done to me once, and the guy in San Diego's correct. It's a sexual assault.
Now, you're right. You're a former governor in this country. You would think that they would trust that. When you say profiling,
mean he couldn't be carrying something that would cause somebody a problem.
Yes, it does.
It does?
Here's what I'm suing over the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution, reasonable search and seizure.
What do you think they should do with someone like you? Let's say they're not as well known as you. They set off the metal detector. Obviously, we want to be safe. We have to give up some of our freedoms in order to be safe at the airport.
What was wrong with the wanding from before, where they took the wand thing?
All right,
and
so
went
like
around?
someone like you, not you, but someone like you has a metal thing in his body.
Yeah, many do. One time there were three of us there waiting, and I turned to the other two. I said, well, it's my right hip. The other guy goes, it's my left hip. The other guy goes, it's my right knee. So they're finding out who's
Governor,
had prosthesis surgery.
What would someone do? Like, I want to be safe on the plane, and now they run a wand over a guy, and in fact, they do find this metal detector going off. How can they, what would be a reasonable search? They do have to almost go up and see if you have anything on your body. How do they take your word for it that you have metal in your body?
Well, I'm not sure, but I can only sue for myself. And what I'm saying is that under the Fourth Amendment, the key word is reasonable. It is not reasonable to believe that Jesse Ventura, who's a 6-year Navy veteran, a governor, a mayor, and, you know, when you win mayor, they give you the title honorable.
Right.
Well, why should you have to search an honorable person?
So this is about you.
Yes.
In other words, you're not just saying like, gee, everybody.
Everybody. I'm saying me because I just am tired of this. I'm tired of having to prove I'm innocent.
Wouldn't there be a way of the airport security issuing you a card that says, listen, this gentleman has a metal hit. We've searched him before and we are aware of it.
Well, here's the deal, Howard.
Yeah.
The elected officials don't have to go through this. The Speaker of the House doesn't.
How does he get through?
I don't know. I'm challenging, saying, how is John Boehner any more patriotic than me? He didn't serve in the military. I did.
What happens in the search? Do they go into your anus?
No, but they grope your genitals.
They do. Another man takes his hand and feels your balls.
Yeah.
And that's offensive to you.
Well, I'm heterosexual.
Right.
I'm not homophobic, but if I were given a choice, I would rather have a woman do it.
Right. If someone's going to feel your balls, you want to...
Exactly. I want a woman to do it.
This is your one opportunity. You've been with your wife. You've been faithful. This would be a nice time to have somebody rub your balls a little.
Well, not necessarily, but the point is you're not given that choice. Men have to go with men, women with women.
You are a good-looking man, in my opinion. And I'm not gay, but I see that you're handsome, you have nice features. Did men ever come on to you? Were there times that homosexual men, maybe closeted wrestlers, would say to you, Jesse, I don't know which way you go, but you've got an incredible body. You're a very likable guy.
I got to tell you, Howard, if it happened, I must have been naive.
It never happened to you.
Not that I can recall.
I mean, if I was gay, I'd probably say to you, hey, Jesse, what do you think? Let's go. You're my type of guy. I mean, you're big, you're muscular. I think we could wrestle. My face can end up in your ass. I mean, right, George? I mean, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
There's George. Hi, George. How are you doing? Big fan. Love Star Trek.
Thank you.
In fact, I'll tell you a great story, George. Right before I went in the Navy and I was waiting to go in, I would sleep all day because I knew that I was going into the Navy, and they used to play Star Trek reruns at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'd tell my friends, don't you dare call me till Star Trek's over. Number one, I've been sleeping till 2, and then I always watched Star Trek to start the day off back then. That was way back in 1969.
Great taste. Listen, George was telling us a story. He was wrestling with his partner. He's married, you know.
Sure.
And listen, they wrestle. That's how they begin their sexual activity. And George on Sunday got his ass licked. What do you think of that?
That can happen.
That's right. That's
right.
nice.
When you're wrestling,
He's a big wrestling fan, is my point.
No, you never.
When you were wrestling, that never happened to you by accident, did it?
I don't recall. I can't recall if it did.
You know, I got to hand it to you. You're right. You know, you have always said to me, there isn't a war in this country that this country has fought that wasn't motivated by money and corporate interest.
Absolutely.
I see. Now, I don't know how you feel about us with this no-fly zone in Libya, but I hate Muammar Gaddafi. I think he's a terrible man. I think I've been screaming about him for years. I used to hear Bob Grant on the radio screaming about him for years, and he's really the most despicable human being, and I'm glad to see his people are rising up against him. But listen, there are many countries in this world that don't have oil where the people rise up and we don't do shit.
And there are terrible dictators in those countries, too.
Right. We don't do a thing.
A good one's called Rwanda.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us what's going on in Rwanda. There's an uprising going on there all the time, right?
Well, not anymore. They already killed 1 million people. So there's no one to uprise anymore. They got rid of 500,000 people.
They have no... we have no interest in them economically. Is that
exactly?
What it is?
That's why.
So don't you believe, I don't know your position on this, I don't think we should do shit in Libya because, quite frankly, who knows who's going to come in instead of Gaddafi. Gaddafi's a terrorist. There's no question about it. But these lunatics that are over there that are going to come into power could be 50 times worse. They could be friends with Iran. I say stay the fuck out of that crazy part of the world.
Howard, I say exactly. I say even more than that. Let's get out of Afghanistan and Iraq, too.
Right.
Bring everybody home. And let's take care. There's an old cliche. How do you go out and tell the world what to do if your own backyard ain't cleaned up?
Listen, you're a guy who actually was in service. And while you don't say it, I think you actually had to kill some people and blow some shit up. I
did most of that after the service.
All right. Whatever you had to do, you've actually
The service just prepared me for the rest of life.
You know what war is.
Sure.
So that's maybe why you're sensitive to this. This ain't easy to go over to Iraq and sit there and try to keep peace between maniacs. Is that true?
Well, first of all, if you look at, in fact, I can shamelessly plug the book.
Yes, 63 referred to 63 because of 1963.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
And the last last document is the RAND Corporation.
Right.
And they did a whole, which normally our government follows. Anything the RAND Corporation is written in stone.
Right.
Well, the RAND Corporation did a study and found that stopping terrorism, the military's only successful 6% of the time.
Right.
And yet we've put all our eggs in that basket. You can't stop terrorism by invading countries and occupying them, especially over there.
Doesn't make sense.
You're going to create more terrorists.
Right. You're saying that, listen, terrorism's going to exist. What they're going to do is come over here, make a car bomb, do something weird. Being over there basically does it. George Bush had the theory that if we fight them over there, they're not going to come over here. That was his theory.
Well, I'm waiting for one of these countries to, bring the landing crafts and, land at Norfolk or, what do they think? They're going to do a Normandy invasion on the U.S.?
Well, you've always said at 9/11, now you don't understand how a government this large and this powerful couldn't figure out that planes were coming to attack.
Well, all the documentation I've looked at said we knew well ahead of time that it was going to happen as early as May and June. You had the infamous August 6th memo when Condoleezza Rice said, I had no idea what they were going to do. Excuse me, it said right on the memo.
There were people who did call and say, hey, there's a bunch of guys training, and they're learning how to fly planes.
And they don't want to learn to land.
And they don't want to learn to land, and they're Middle Eastern types.
Yeah, and it was brought up to the attention, and we turned a blind eye on it. I'll put it to you this way, Howard.
So why not say to Piers last night, yeah, I'd probably profile Middle Eastern types? Why not? I was surprised you didn't say it.
I don't know, because sometimes it was taped last week. It was my first interview. I just got up here from 4 months in Mexico.
Right.
Howard, I live so off the grid down there. I didn't learn of the earthquake till 5 days after it happened.
Are you talking about these earthquakes in Japan?
Yeah, I didn't learn we had hit Libya until 5 days after it happened.
Do you like being that out of touch?
I do for part of the year.
It's kind of nice. The point that you're making, I think, is if you never knew about this stuff, and if you do know about this stuff, what the fuck is the difference anyway? You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and no, I learned of these things, and when I go to town once a week.
When you heard there was a tsunami, did you immediately say that this is man-made?
No.
Because I heard you say that there is a place on this planet where they can affect the weather.
Oh, yeah. No, there is. It's called HARP. It's way up in Alaska.
What do you mean they could? I know that it's based on 50,000 watts of power.
Yeah, and 50 antennas, like radio antennas. They all combine into one, and they shoot low-level radio frequency way up to the ionosphere, and they ricochet it back to Earth.
And what does that do? It could create a tsunami?
It can control the weather. It can knock airplanes out of the air.
Why can't they make it warmer here, then? I'm sick of this winter, and I'm tired.
Request.
Well, I don't know, but it's very interesting, and they lie about it because they call it an unclassified research center.
Do you think
wait, it's clearly classified because they wouldn't let me in.
Okay, but when do they control the weather? What weather are they controlling?
Because the weather's been downright shitty.
Nobody really knows. They have the ability to.
Do you think they could have made a mistake and caused a tsunami?
I think that could well be. Remember the one in Indonesia?
Yes.
A few years ago? Well, there was no earthquake. It came out of the blue, and people in Indonesia that were eyewitnesses said they saw the northern lights before the tsunami. Well, in Indonesia, you can't see the northern lights, and when they got HARP ramped up, that's what you see. It looks like the northern lights.
I remember that tsunami because Petra Nemcova, the supermodel, was in it, and she held onto a tree and survived, and even her boyfriend was whisked away. What an amazing story, right? That she could survive a tsunami and hold onto a tree?
Well,
with a broken pelvis?
You know what I did, Howard?
What'd you do?
You remember the big earthquake in Chile?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I was playing golf in Mexico. And I was out on the back nine, and the ranger came up and said, Governor, did you hear what happened? I said, no.
No, I'm playing golf, asshole. Leave me alone.
Well, he said, a earthquake in Chile, and we're supposed to get hit with a tsunami at 5:20. And I went, oh, my God, because I live way over the mountain on the dirt road. My wife is there by herself, so I quit golf. I threw my clubs in the back of my pickup. I busted ass all the way home, drove the dirt road. I come screeching up to my house. I jumped out, ran in, put my swimsuit on, grabbed my surfboard, and ran to the beach. and wait,
why did you do that?
I've never surfed a tsunami.
You're insane.
I needed it for my resume.
Are you a daredevil?
Wait, so I stood out there, and all that happened, Howard, the water went a foot out and came back in 2 feet. I said, what a disappointment.
Well, you were lucky.
Well, I don't wish death on anyone, but, maybe a 7-footer. That's not too much to ask.
Are you macho in every way in your life? I mean, you seem to be very macho. I mean, do you ever do anything kind of wussy? Do you do anything that would be sort of...
Do you cry at movies?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
You do?
Yeah?
Sure.
You're an emotional guy.
I'll tell you what can really get me if I start thinking about my parents a great deal who are gone.
You loved them?
Yeah.
Your father was good to you?
Oh, absolutely.
Kissed and hugged you?
Never struck me.
Did he ever say, I love you?
He wasn't that kind of guy. He was a World War II vet, but he didn't need to.
Did he teach you things?
Oh, yeah.
What was the lesson he taught you that was most valuable?
That we go to war over money.
Right.
Because he was a World War II vet, and I'm a unique family. My mother was a World War II veteran.
Why did you go into the service knowing that these wars were just the result of selfishness?
Because I was listening to my teachers in school and not my dad. My dad didn't want me to go in, or my brother. But
he said, listen, why should you give your life up for corporate interests?
Yep, and in Vietnam, I remember my dad was opposed to the Vietnam War before the hippies even were. He said, this is a bullshit war. They're over there just making money. It's a bunch of crap.
He knew. He saw that. I mean, you could say World War II, World War I, noble wars, right? I mean,
maybe, pretty well,
you could say that.
The last noble war. World War II.
And now these wars, as you say, and I agree with you, that Libya and such, it's all about the oil. Libya is a major oil contributor.
Sure, absolutely.
Right.
You know what's in Afghanistan, don't you?
What, you once told me what's in there.
Lithium.
Yeah, and
they found a vein of lithium they say is worth $1 trillion. Now, what's lithium used for? Every cell phone, every computer, and soon-to-be electric cars. They need it for the batteries.
Wow.
Now, why don't they just tell us that?
Hey,
say, look, we got to go get this lithium so we can live the life. Then I might say, well, okay, but they come up with this bullshit. We want to bring democracy
we need an excuse.
A bunch of people who wouldn't know democracy if it bit them on the ass.
Do you think you lose credibility because you're so open to every conspiracy theory? Do people say, oh, Jesse, like after a while, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Oh, Jesse just believes in every conspiracy theory. And but you really would say you investigate every conspiracy.
I investigate everything, and I don't believe them all, Howard, but I investigate them all. But this book is, you made an incorrect statement when I was listening to it. This book is all documents in the public domain that our government has produced. It's not conspiracy theory.
Right.
It's just documents that deal with 9/11.
And you analyze them.
Well, you can analyze them. We reprint every document. It isn't me telling you about it. At the end, you can read every document for yourself.
How many books have you written now?
This will be my 5th.
Your 5th?
Yeah.
So these things sell.
Well, I've had 4 New York Times bestsellers, and if this one's fortunate enough to get there, I'll have 5. And actually, the pre-sale of this one has been 3 times the last one.
How many books would you think you'll sell of this 63?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No,
you don't care. Do you sit there and worry about it?
Oh, sure you care, but it's a roll of the dice. You have no idea who will buy a book and read it.
Are you, like, I see you go on CNN, you used to go on Larry King, and now you went on Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
You come on my show.
Yep.
Are there shows that will not have you on?
Yeah, Fox.
Fox.
They won't let you on.
Are you hated at Fox?
Except for the weekend people. Like Geraldo will have me on, and Judge George Napolitano will have me on. But the big boys, Hannity, O'Reilly, and Beck will not have me on.
Why?
I don't know. Ask them.
I mean, if
you know what I've said. I said Fox says they're fair and balanced, but yet they won't have me on. You know who has me on? Al Jazeera.
Right.
So I think Al Jazeera is more fair and balanced than Fox. They'll at least have me on.
Have you ever said to Bill O'Reilly directly, listen, pal, why can't I come on your show?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He just says, when you got something worthwhile, I'll put you on.
Well, at least he's honest about it.
I guess. But, let's see. I made mention that if Ron Paul runs for president, I'd seriously consider running with him.
Why is Ron Paul so great? Other friends of mine have said Ron Paul is the only guy to listen to. Why is he so great?
Because Ron Paul wants to, he truly has America's best interest in mind.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he wants the Federal Reserve audited.
Okay.
Which is phenomenal.
Right.
Why aren't they audited?
Well, it's a good point.
He was the only one on the floor of Congress when WikiLeaks broke.
That said it was good.
That stood up and said, nobody died from WikiLeaks. How many people died from the lies and the intelligence manipulation on Iraq?
The guy from WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, are you one of these guys who supports him?
Absolutely.
Do you think he's being railroaded on these sex charges and everything else?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They want to get him.
Sure. And you know what's interesting? What I found out, this new premier of Sweden, where what he supposedly did, the things he did are not illegal here, and they're not illegal in England.
I know.
But they're illegal in Sweden. This new prime minister...
He had sex with a woman without a rubber.
Yeah. This new prime minister in Sweden is a right-winger. He was helped by Karl Rove to get in office. Now, do you think that some of this information could deal with Rove and Bush, and that's why they got this guy in Sweden trying to put him in jail?
WikiLeaks did nothing more than embarrass a few people. They had some egg on their face. There was nothing that really prevented this country from continuing or our security. Am I correct? I mean, what the hell happened?
The worst is Daniel Manning, the guy who's supposedly this private that leaked it to him. They're holding him right now in Quantico, solitary confinement. And let's remember, we're a country who tortures now. Who's to say they're not torturing him? And remember, the first thing he released, Howard, was that helicopter killing those people, murdering them down on the street. So the guy that releases it is in jail, but these murderers are still free.
Do you think Ron Paul could actually win an election?
I said that if Ron Paul would leave the Republican Party, I would give great consideration to running with him. And if we had ballot access in all 50 states, yes, I do, because
Has he asked you to run with him?
Not yet.
No, but you're close with him.
He and I have spoken. I spoke at his counter convention in Minneapolis when the Republicans had their convention in St. Paul. And here's something interesting.
Do you like him because you think he'll actually carry out his campaign promise? Like Obama said, he was going to get us out of all the wars. He said he had a timetable and all of that. Now we're in now we're in Libya. Probably to be in there forever.
Gitmo's still open.
That's right. So all of these promises were not like you could say, okay, with the budget that's difficult, with health care that's difficult. But one thing to pull out of a war, if you say you're going to do it, you should do it, right?
Well, you need Ron Paul's quote. Everybody says, well, how do we get out of Iraq now? Ron Paul said, easy. We walked in, we can walk out.
That's it.
That's it. It's
War
as
over.
simple as that.
Do you think that what a president learns when he takes that office, because surely Obama wasn't lying when he said he wanted to do all those things prior to, but then you walk into the office, you get a set of information that you didn't know before you walked into the office.
The CIA takes you aside and says, listen, asshole, here's what's really going on.
You got it, Howard.
That's right.
So
you got
do
it.
you think...
I think he got taken to the woodshed.
And that's what's going to happen to Ron Paul as well.
What do you mean he got taken to the woodshed?
Well,
He's the president of the United States.
That I don't believe that our president runs our country anymore.
Right.
He does. Because always follow the money. The Federal Reserve has all the money. This small group of bankers, they determine because they got the money.
Anybody in government has said government is like a barge. In order to move just an inch, the president really, it's almost an impossible job to fuck up and also to win. It's like it's just sort of there.
Yeah, the bureaucracy is so large.
Right.
So large.
Do you, now let me understand this. I don't know if this is from the book. I think it is. One of your points is, and you're not saying this for a fact, but you have a suspicion that the disease AIDS and Lyme disease has something to do with the government?
Oh, absolutely.
What does that mean?
Well, straight out from where you live at the end of Long Island is Plum Island.
Right.
Well, Plum Island is a biological testing center that was created by a guy named Erich Traub. Erich Traub's a Nazi who was right under Himmler. He should have stood trial at Nuremberg, but instead we brought him here, and his expertise was biological warfare, infecting wood ticks and mosquitoes and turning them loose. Well, Lyme disease is carried by a wood tick. Well, it's called Lyme disease because the first recorded case was in Lyme, Connecticut, which is right across the water, a stone's throw.
In other words, you're saying Lyme disease is a recent occurrence. We don't see it before that point in history.
The first recorded case was in Lyme, Connecticut a number of years ago, within the last 50 years. And did it get loose from Plum Island?
You say in your new book, and I happen to agree with this, I believe that you are right, that the Gulf War syndrome, that a lot of these guys who are coming back in our military are seriously screwed up, committing suicide, not only are they killing themselves, they're killing other people. They really lose it when they come back. The government refuses to help these guys in in any meaningful way. And it all comes down to money. They don't want to pay for it. Is that
Sure. And it's the old classic that they do to all veterans. Oh, thank you for your patriotism. Rah, rah,
Thank you for
rah.
your service.
Yeah. And they play anthems at football
People
games.
tie yellow
and they
ribbons.
do, But when it comes down to actually taking care of the veteran, screw you. They've done it every war. Vietnam, Agent Orange, they didn't believe that. Every time the vets come home, people don't realize after a war there is huge collateral damage to the people that go fight these wars, and we don't take care of them. It's like, oh, you did it, now forget you. We're on to the next.
And these are good guys. I mean, these are brave guys. I've met a couple of guys on my show who come in here. I can't think of the sergeant who used to come in here.
And I
came back. It was like his third tour of duty, and he cracked. He even said, Howard, I cracked. I've got Gulf War syndrome. He feels abandoned. He really, truly does. He's lost.
We should be ashamed of how we treat our veterans.
We were talking on the air the other day. I was going to call you about this, but I knew you were coming in. We were talking about, some people were doubting me about that we are really losing bees. In fact, some guy called in during this discussion with my cousins.
He's got trucks filled with
I got
bees.
trucks full of bees, Howard. What the hell are you talking about? What is going on? If we lose the bees, we lose all of our food source. We lose everything, right?
And, Albert Einstein's a lot smarter than me, and he was quoted as saying, when the bees go, we go.
Well, think about it. They pollinate. Our food source comes from all of this. Everything we eat.
We don't need that now. We got Monsanto. They're going to make us all this genetically food. So what do we need to worry about bees for?
In your opinion, why are we losing bees? Like, where are they going?
Insecticides. They're being killed. All the insecticides and things that we put on the crops.
But
and we
I
put
am
out
for DDT.
You're what?
I'm for DDT.
Well, I was part of UDT.
I'm part of DDT. I don't like these bed bugs we have here. There's an epidemic in New York. You can't go anywhere without bed bugs. When they had
George had bed bugs.
George, Star Trek, had bed bugs. Him and George were in that. I mean, George and Brad were in that bed doing God knows what, and then all of a sudden they're getting bitten up by bugs. I was livid. The only thing when we had DDT, there were no bed bugs.
Wait a minute now.
Come on.
George, is that because, the Bible says you're not supposed to do what you do? You think that's what it could be?
No.
I think it's a plague.
It's probably
a plague
sitting
Well,
you, George.
It wasn't only in George's bed. It was in everybody's bed. I'm saying, some of these insecticides are necessary, aren't they?
Yes, but not on crops, not on everything. I mean, Howard, when I live in Mexico and I buy fruits and vegetables down there, I have to eat them within 2 days or they spoil.
Right.
Everything up here's got a 30-day shelf life.
It's true. I buy a tomato. Sometimes it says red and beautiful
for weeks.
What are they doing to these tomatoes?
They put preservatives on it, chemicals. You're eating chemicals.
And this has now been introduced into the environment, and the bees are...
Here's a better one, Howard. Drinking water. They put fluoride in it, right?
Right.
And that's because we're not capable of brushing our own teeth and taking care of them.
We can get our own fluoride.
Yeah, so they put it in. Do you know what fluoride is the main ingredient of?
What?
Prozac.
Why do they do this?
And guess where it came from?
Where?
The Nazis started putting fluoride in the water.
Do you think this is a... Do you going
the
as
dumbing
far...
down.
Do you think that there is somebody or some group of people in America that wanted fluoride so that we'd all be spaced out?
Yeah.
Who? Who are these people? Give me a name.
I don't know.
Who is it?
Howard, I don't know.
You know.
You got the... I don't. How would I know? I
George
live in
and
Mexico for 4 months out of the year.
You know, the one thing I do say is if you're polluting the water, the air, the food, the people who are doing that are still eating it.
No, they have their own source.
They have another source?
Yes,
of
from the
food,
moon.
Water and air?
How do you know, Robin?
You don't know anything. But
Well, that's what I'm asking, because it seems to me that if, Monsanto owns the patent on every crop seed, then, they're going to have to eat that food too.
You don't know. They may be just having us do it.
Listen, I went to summer camp.
By the way, Howard, there's something in this book you need to read.
I wanted to say one thing. I went to summer camp. We'll talk about the book. I went to summer camp. They used to put saltpeter in the food. You know why? It reduced your sex drive. They didn't want the kids.
Is that true?
This is what I heard. They said they added saltpeter to the food. And I was livid.
But you weren't any less horny.
Oh, my God. I fucked like a rabbit. Unbelievable.
That's because you didn't eat.
That's right.
Look how skinny you are.
Well, you were about to make a point about your book. Go ahead. And by the way, the book is called 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. It's in stores now. George, are you learning anything through this? You've been awfully...
It's very enlightening.
Very enlightening.
I've been against wars too, and you know, all the information that I'm hearing here just makes me feel stronger about that.
Were you aware of the governor now, or?
I thought he was a wonderful governor of Minnesota.
You liked him.
I liked him. I really
Thank you, George.
admired what you did. And
All right.
particularly coming from your background, you know, where people try to denigrate you because of your wrestling background.
George loves wrestling.
Well, let me say this about George and his partner. I worked for 4 years in Minnesota so that gay employees could get benefits.
Right.
I was successful. Well, guess what happened? Right when I left office,
overturned,
and the new contract came up, it was the first thing that the Democrats bargained back to the Republicans, and now gays in Minnesota don't get. They had the benefits for a couple years. Now they've taken them away again.
Is that why you never became a Democrat or Republican? That you don't trust either side?
Yeah, they're the only way we're going to get our country back is to destroy these two political parties.
Because you would think the Democrats would have stuck up for the gay population.
Oh no, that's the gay population is just their bargaining chip. That's
exactly.
That's the first thing they give back to the Republicans.
And George, teach the governor how to say tsunami properly.
You know, there's a T in front of that word. It's pronounced tsunami. It's a Japanese word. And all these journalists on TV and radio.
And I believe the governor is guilty of this. The governor himself said tsunami.
Yeah, well, I apologize, George. You know, what the hell? I didn't go to college.
He never went to college. I mean,
now you're learning as I'm learning from you.
There we go.
Right.
But Howard, there's something in my book you need.
Yes.
We print the entire CIA's assassination manual in here. Read it, and you'll know how to get rid of those people you don't like.
Why do I need to know that?
Well, that way you'll know how to commit murder.
Has the CIA assassinated, have they successfully gone into other countries and assassinated leaders?
Well,
Because I'm for that.
They assassinated Che Guevara.
They did.
Sure.
So they were able to do that. Why couldn't they do that with Castro? Why did they never pull that off?
Well, what gives them the right?
I'm not saying so. Why did they fail? But why did they fail?
Because Castro's too good.
He's good at it.
He's too good for them. They can't get him. They
Why not
tried and tried and tried, and Fidel outsmarted them.
Why not Gaddafi? Why couldn't they just go in and remove him?
What gives us the right to do that?
We don't. But why didn't they do it?
I don't know. These guys have protection too. You know.
Are we torturing people right now? Prisoners.
I think we probably are. Yeah.
Have we beheaded anybody?
Yes, it's in my book. Yeah.
That's right. So who is it that we beheaded?
Some guy over in Iraq.
What do you mean we beheaded him?
Cut his head off.
We were in Iraq. We captured him during wartime. He wasn't convicted of anything.
I don't know, but the document's in here.
So sometimes we do that. Why do you think we beheaded him? To scare the other prisoners?
Don't ask me.
I was going to say,
you don't know,
can't
who
talk
knows?
to somebody whose
Talk
head
to the
is
guys
off.
that beheaded them.
Well, you better get on it.
They might be able to tell you why they did it.
Might be your next book.
The whole point of torture was to make these people talk. If you're beheading people, they're not talking.
Well, the bad thing, though, Robin, about torture is that there's no credibility in it.
I don't agree with torture.
Because if you torture someone, they are going to say whatever's required to stop the torture. The thing that has me angry now is, do you see the latest? They're not going to try these guys in the country. They're going to give them a military tribunal.
Well, they wanted to try them in New York. I was against that.
Why?
Because why the hell do you need to set up a problem area in the Manhattan where we already have all these problems?
Then try them in Alaska.
But you don't want a secret tribunal.
No.
You want it out in the open.
Well, either that or let me be on the jury. Because I want to hear the evidence.
Right.
I want to hear for what you're not going to hear one shred of evidence now. They're going to do this kangaroo court. They're going to put these guys to death, and then they're going to tell, all you conspiracy people, we proved it. These guys were all found guilty.
Trial.
Your whole push is to bring out things in the open. That's why you like WikiLeaks. That's why you wrote this book.
Exactly.
You want to, let's bring it all out in the open. Why is everyone hiding?
And do you know why I have every right to ask that?
Why?
Because I'm a taxpayer, and they do it with my money, and I have every right to know what they're spending my money on.
What happens when they say, in the interest of national security, we can't tell you something? You say bullshit, right?
Well, no, I'll accept that temporarily. As a Navy SEAL, I know there are certain things you can't talk about immediately.
Right.
But after the op's over, why then can't it come out in the open?
When you're alone in Mexico, And you just
I'm not alone. My wife's
all
with
right.
me.
Well, listen. When you're alone, that's like being alone. When you're alone in Mexico,
You ever see my wife?
I've seen your wife.
It ain't like being alone.
But when
Howard.
you're in Mexico, you're a guy who loves to talk. You're outgoing. Do you shut down or do you yap all day about
No, I
this
shut
stuff?
down.
You shut down.
Yeah,
And
that's
did she
what-
ever say to you, you know, Jesse, you're the life of the party on Stern, on all these shows. Well, oh, you come home, you're like a fucking zombie. I mean, what is this?
I'm not a zombie, but I try to keep that out of my home life.
You don't sit and tell her about these. You don't go. Do you sit at home and go, Jesus Christ?
When are you doing your studying and investigations? Yeah, you must go crazy.
But what's your wife like? Does she go, listen, you better calm down. And you're going to have a heart attack here, and I can't take it.
No,
Does she get annoyed with you?
No.
She's not into these conspiracies. She's not that. She wants to just hang out and have a good time.
No, she has now joined me in suspecting our government of a great deal of bad.
But she's not all hopped up on this like you are. I mean, come on.
I'm not hopped up on it. I just do what I do, Howard.
So
and
when we get together socially, are you going to lecture me on a lot of this stuff, or
Not at all.
what are we going to talk about? That's what I'm afraid. But maybe our relationship is just based on all this stuff. What are we going to talk about?
Well, Howard, you won't ever come and see me. You know, you hide
I'm
out in
afraid.
Long Island.
First of all, Mexico's a crazy place right now.
What
isn't it?
part of Mexico are you
I
in?
won't
Not where
go
all
in-
the drugs are.
I mean, what are you doing in Mexico? You're telling me that it's not a dangerous place right now?
There are places that are dangerous, absolutely.
Do you
Along the
travel with a
border,
gun in Mexico?
You can't have a gun. It's against the law.
But everybody has a gun in Mexico.
No,
Only
they
the
don't.
drug dealers have them.
Only the drug dealers
These
got 'em.
drug dealers are so powerful. They can decide, Jesse Ventura, we're going to take you today, and no one's going to challenge. There's no law.
Oh, that's not true, because the military came and camped out by my house the other day.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they found out a former governor's there, and they're keeping me safe.
What is going on? This is all of a sudden? They're camping out in front of your house?
Well, down about 2 blocks, yeah.
What if you piss off a drug kingpin? Seriously, you got a big mouth on you. What if you piss one off? I mean, he could take you, your wife will never hear from you
Over what?
again.
What have I pissed them off about?
I don't know.
All I've said is that we should legalize, and it'll put them out of business.
Listen, you're on fire. You're on fire. I see what's going on here. You're wild.
Howard.
You're a great guy. What is with your hair? You're going to keep your hair long, or you ever going to cut it again? I noticed when you were governor, you played the game.
Right.
You cut your hair.
You have to, because in our country, you and actually, Howard, I can't even run for office anymore.
Why?
Well, as much like George, I've come out of the closet.
What do you mean?
I'm an atheist.
I see, because everyone says God, right? If they don't say God, they don't get elected.
I don't believe you can be an atheist and admit it and get elected in our
You
country.
almost have to you have to get that shot of you walking into a church and praying to Jesus.
That's why, because we live in a fascist country, which is fascism means when corporations and organized religion take over the government.
Were you always an atheist?
No, I was a Lutheran.
When did you come to the conclusion there is no God?
Because, surprisingly, who convinced me was George Carlin.
What did he say?
Well, he said this. He said, I believe in the sun, and so do I now. And I worship the sun because the sun gives me everything I want. It gives me warmth. It gives me my food. And most importantly, Howard, it comes up every morning and I can see it. So it gives me great credibility.
So, Governor,
gives
what
it
is
great credibility. I can see the sun.
It's this imaginary. Maybe we need imaginary friends to get through life. You know?
Well, and I don't hold it against anyone, but to me, until they can prove to me. And in my 59 years, I have never, ever come in contact with God.
In your opinion...
I know you have, because I remember when you were trying to have that baby, and God was talking to you.
In your opinion, what is this all about? Now,
what? What is what about?
The life.
What
Why
is
are
the
we
purpose
here?
of man?
Why are we here? Are we here alone?
Geez, I don't know. Go ask the Dalai Lama.
No, but wait a second,
that?
though. You think about this. Why are we here? Like, what was the purpose of all of this?
We evolved.
Is this an accident?
No, we're a product of evolution.
Is this recreated anywhere else in the universe?
I don't know.
Why don't you know these things? You always have an answer.
Do your conspiracy theories go to the level of extraterrestrial
You were a
life?
professional wrestler. Who's going to know this stuff?
Robin,
but
we
you?
have enough conspiracies that we do. I don't need to worry about aliens.
Here's what I want you to come back.
You're a Buddhist.
Where are the bees?
Me?
A Buddhist.
Where
Yes,
are the
you do.
bees? Where are the aliens? Are we here alone? And why are we here in the first place? Answer that stuff and then come back.
Next book.
Go home and think about it. What's the matter with you? Jesse Ventura, great guest, great guy. He knows everything.
No, he doesn't.
Although I stumped him today, he doesn't know why we're here.
He just asks questions.
Why are we think about
he was converted by a George Carlin routine.
Do you think we're going to die and then just like what happens to the essence of Jesse Ventura?
I think that we may become energy.
Energy.
Yes.
Who wants to become energy? I don't want to be energy. I want to be here.
Well,
we are. I don't want. Aren't you excited by all this computer stuff?
Well, I'll give you another example.
Don't you love the iPad?
What is God really? He's a guy in the sky that wants your money.
Right. That's right. We seem to be paying.
Why would he need my money if he's up in the sky?
And he made everything.
Are you excited by all this new technology?
Wait, and you know what else gets me?
Yeah.
They said God created the earth in 6 days, right? And then in the 7th day he rested?
Yeah. Right.
Well, then why do we put him to work on the 7th day? That's his day of rest. Let him have the day off. Pray to him on Monday and have church on Monday instead. Let the guy have a day off.
We've all seen pictures.
Right, George?
We've all
Governor,
seen pictures.
You should look into Buddhism. You sound very Buddhistic.
Really?
Yes. We all seen pictures of guys, primitives praying to rocks and stones, and we laugh at that. Yeah. And yet there really isn't much difference between.
So we pray to nothing at all.
Right.
Yeah,
at least if you have a rock, the sun is a good thing to pray to.
Sure.
Yes. Sun Ra.
That's where, when the combination happened, there were sun worshippers who combined with the Christians. Where do you think halos came from?
Right.
And all that stuff is when they had to change a few of the rules to include other people.
Are you excited by the new technology, or do you see it as threatening? I love my iPad, too. Do you have one?
No.
I love it.
I've never owned a cell phone. I've never done a computer.
Why? Why anti-technology? I mean, I know that's sort of an affect in a way. It's like, I'm not gonna change my ways. But you're a progressive thinker.
Yeah, but because I look at it this way, Howard, between computers, cell phones, and the television, you got people spending 16 hours a day looking at screens.
Yeah, but
Go out and live real life.
When you were on the plane today, and you were coming in, or whenever you took the plane, the private plane, I may add, who paid for that? Did you pay for that?
No, the book publisher.
You're kidding? How did you get a book publisher to pay for that? They don't pay for anything.
I threatened them.
And so when you are on the plane, wouldn't it be nice to have that iPad? I'm all set. I'm going out to California. I got a trip I plan. I got an iPad. I loaded it up with films. I'm going to watch movies. I'm going to check all the news things. Well, that's exciting, no? And that's great for a guy like you.
Well, I pick up an old-fashioned book on the plane and, read it. You can turn the pages physically instead of looking at a screen.
I never thought of that.
So I just kind of read a book.
All right. Listen, speaking of books, Governor, you've done it again. You've written your what? This is the 4th book?
Fifth.
All right. Jesse Ventura's book, 63 documents the government doesn't want you to read. It's in stores now. Maybe you'll learn something.
Howard, you're going to California?
Yes.
Well, damn it, why don't you just, when you get done there, jump on one plane to Cabo San Lucas. I'll pick you up and come and spend a few days with me.
I'm afraid to be alone with you.
My wife will be
How
there.
How can I be fun for you? You hang out. You hung out with these, the Hulk Hogan types. Not Hulk. I know you
did not.
But I'm just saying, you were a professional wrestler. You look at me like a woman. I mean, I'm too feminine for you.
Wouldn't you go surfing with him?
Hell no. I'm dying to surf, but I'm so afraid.
Howard,
could you teach me how to surf?
I'm begging you.
Imagine me and you on surfboards. You put me in a bikini. I know it.
I'm just learning too.
Are you?
Sure.
And with your hips and everything else,
Absolutely.
You're able to do it?
It's the good thing now. It's called paddle surfing.
Oh.
You get with a paddle and you got the board. You stand on it and paddle.
I can't even do that.
That way you don't have to get up and down when the wave comes.
Right.
You drop right into
tall
it.
Are you?
You're 6'4".
And you're able to stand on this thing, huh?
Not all the time. That's part of the fun. Howard, please.
Why am I so feminine looking? Why don't I have more
Howard,
size
when
like
you go to L.A., come and visit me. And don't tell me you can't afford it, because I know you just signed a new damn contract.
Yeah, well.
What the hell would it cost you? $500 round trip?
It ain't the money. I just don't know if
Howard,
you're
I'll protect you.
You're going to be so bored with me.
How do I
what
get
if the
bored with
federales
you?
come and take us away?
Well, then bring George with, too.
Bobo, quick question. Let me see how you handle people's questions. That's what you're going to have to do tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Bobo.
Hey, now, listen to me. Howard's been calling me insane. My theory of 2012 is what you've been saying. Where are you going to be December 21st?
What is all this? The world is going to end in 2012. What is that? I don't even know about that.
What it is this, Howard, if you'll let me explain it a moment as I know it. the last time it happened, apparently every 150 years the sun cleanses itself.
Right.
And it shoots these solar flares out into the solar system.
Okay.
Well, the Earth has a magnetic force field around it.
I thought so.
But if you go to NASA, they'll even verify this. We have a hole in ours. They don't know why, but there's a hole in
our
the
magnetic field.
Force field.
Okay.
So when these solar flares, the last one happened in like 1860. It did not have a major effect because we did not have electricity much then.
Right.
But now that we have electricity, what these solar flares can do, it could knock out the entire grid system of the United States.
And you're off the grid.
Well, I'm okay.
Right.
But look what happens in New York. If you go dark for 12 hours, you got chaos.
Chaos. Were you impressed that in Japan there was not one incident of looting or carrying on? With all of the loss of power they had there and all the chaos, the people there behaved. Impressive, right?
Well, they sure weren't Americans, were they?
They're not. Americans don't know from that. Do you think that's because Japan is one sort of racial community or something like that?
Well, in Japan, you're brought up in a certain style like you are in China and these different countries that it comes from within. It's part of their heritage.
We are a divided people. Is that what the problem
we're
is?
everything from everywhere.
Right.
You got George, you got me, you got you. You got Robin.
They got
by the way,
don't bring up Steve Langford's kid.
And in fact, Robin will like this.
Yes.
Being that I believe in evolution,
yes,
I'm going to get one of those T-shirts that says I'm African American.
You are.
Yes, because
you are.
Everybody
came
is.
from the same place.
Will you wear that the next time you're here?
Well, I'm going to try to get one. Who is it? Christopher?
Because I'm going to have you locked up if you
or
walk
whatever. But
Howard.
Yes.
I have one more question. Jesse, please tell him about the New World Order underneath the Denver airport. Tell him the government is under a tear.
Bobo, tell the governor your IQ. He got an 87. We had him tested.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
What
he's talking about is under the new Denver airport.
Go ahead.
There supposedly is this huge bunker. Because have you been to the Denver airport, the new one?
I don't go anywhere.
Okay, well, it's weird.
Yeah.
Because it's located out in the middle of nowhere. Right. It's 25 miles from the city, and there's not one hotel by it.
So what's going on?
Have you ever seen an airport that don't have a hotel by it?
So what's going on?
Well, supposedly, when the shit hits the fan, the chosen ones will go into these bunkers they're building.
That are underneath the airport. Who are the chosen ones? Like the president and these kind of people?
I guess the chosen.
Not us. I ain't no fortunate son.
It ain't us, because I'm an independent. I don't belong to the two
parties. Do you believe the
parties
bees are there? The bees have to be somewhere.
The bees have to be somewhere.
You know about everything. It's impressive.
I do not.
Bobo brings up a subject. You know about it.
Well, you know.
You're well read.
Yeah.
You read the New York Times?
No, I read books.
Books?
Yeah.
What book should I be reading so I can get smart like you?
Well, one that I read this year that might interest you, Howard, is Manson Now.
Charles Manson?
Yeah.
You read about him?
Yeah, I've read. But
I believe Manson.
Wait till you hear this.
Yeah.
He gets, how sick is this? He gets so much mail in prison, there's 2 inmates assigned strictly just to do his mail.
See, I need to read about that.
Is that unbelievable?
That's amazing.
I get bored with books. I get bored with the books. It's hard for me to stay focused. It really is. That's why I read magazines.
Howard, now don't come and see me. Will you do that?
Will we read books together?
No, we'll chase rattlesnakes. That's
fun.
It.
I'm a pussy. I'm not into that stuff.
Well, you can stand behind me.
I like a glass of wine. We'll sit around.
We can do that.
All right.
I'm serious, Howard. If you're going to L.A., fly to Cabo, email me.
I'm not flying anywhere.
Come down. Well, how you getting to L.A., running?
I'm going under protest. I'm going to visit my daughter, and I'm going to, and my wife wants to go, and so I'm going. Believe me, I'm going under protest. I don't like any of this nonsense.
Howard, I have one more question for the governor.
Okay.
Bobo, what is this, 60 Minutes?
No. Where are you going to be on December 21st, 2012?
He's obsessed with 2012.
I will be down in Mexico because they told me that if you're off the grid like I am and you have solar power, I asked the expert, I said, what'll happen to me if I'm off the grid on solar power? He said, well, probably the only negative thing for you is you're going to have 100,000 people who want to live with you.
Well, let me tell you something. Something goes down, then I will visit you.
It'd be too late then, Howard. You got to come before
I'm coming.
Don't you come just when the shit hits the fan.
I'm coming December 31st.
Don't you come when the shit hits the fan.
That's when I show up and be there for me.
You better come down and visit me.
You know where I'm going to be in 2012? I'm not going to be with Bobo. That's where I'm not going to be.
Yeah, if Bobo's going there, you're not going.
You're going to take my kid, man.
And what do we think of this John Hinckley being free? He shot the president. He's walking around. He's got a girlfriend. You read about this?
No.
He's got a girlfriend.
No.
He has basically visitation everywhere he goes. This guy shot the president. And forget the president. The president lived. He shot this James Brady in the head. He wrecked this guy's fucking life. And now he's running around like he's Mr. America. You know what I'm saying?
Well, blame the system. Why did they let him out?
The system stinks. The system is dirty.
You know. Well, the problem is this.
Thank you.
I'm opposed to capital punishment. But on the flip side, I believe if you're sentenced to life in prison,
yes.
Why do they call it life if you can get parole?
Yeah.
Amen.
That's not life.
You're right.
No, I don't want anyone put to death because with the new DNA and all that, look at all the people they find that are innocent.
Look at George just woke up. How come you're so up to that? What happened?
Well, no, I've always been against the
death penalty.
But life should be life. When you're sentenced to life, it don't mean you get a parole hearing in 8
I agree
years.
with you. All right.
There should be consistency.
Now you got George all charged up, and you're going to leave, and I got to deal with him.
Up.
That's right. That's right.
and George, I bet, is tough to deal with, isn't
yes,
he? George, he just has a look like he is
this
trouble.
morning,
he looks like trouble waiting to happen.
This morning, he put me through the ringer. I mean, it's unbelievable. Okay, look.
No, you're a bold truth talker. I really have.
You've got a fan over there.
Well, thank you, George. And all I can say is,
live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
There you go.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right.
Wait.
When is this show going to go on?
There it is, right there. Howard.
What?
Hey?
But we're all giving each other the Vulcan. That's the true sign of nerds.
George has his finger, his thumb sticking out. Is that wrong?
George can't do the Vulcan sign.
Yeah, I have trouble doing it too, but I got it there.
George, are you saying on the Vulcan sign that you should have your thumb spread out?
Yes.
Oh, you should. Okay, there we go.
How do you know
Thumb is spread out. I can do
Leonard Nimoy invented it.
I know, and he told you that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Listen.
Hey, Howard, one more thing. When is this show coming back? Conspiracy Theory.
Well, right now, we think it's coming back, but as you always know in Hollywood, you don't know for sure till they actually do it, but we're in communication.
Were the ratings good? Do you think
ratings are phenomenal.
So then why wouldn't they bring it back?
Well, they censored one of them. The government came down on the network and only allowed one of them to be showed one time, and they had to pull it. They now acknowledge I made it. That was the one on Police State, where we discovered that there's a bill that the Department of Homeland Security got passed where FEMA is building no less than 6 internment camps.
Oh my.
George, internment camps. George was in an internment camp.
Well, the last time we had them was during World War II, and we put our Japanese-American citizens in there.
I grew up in them. I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, guess, I don't know. That's who's going into them. That's the question I had. Who are these being built
George
for?
grew up in an internment camp. He was locked up.
Because of the Japanese, the war,
I'm
World War
an American of Japanese ancestry.
You want to go down?
I
You
looked
want
like
to
the
go
people
down?
who bombed Pearl Harbor.
You want to go down to the governor's place with me? We'll hang out. We can
All
talk
right,
about
I'll
it.
join you.
All right, listen. Okay.
I could learn a lot from this man here.
Yeah, believe me, you could.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I can learn a lot from George, too, because he tells me how to say tsunami.
Tsunami. All right, listen. We've
clear,
said a
right
lot.
there
Let
on
people
paper.
think about what you've said.
Okay.
All right. Jesse Ventura's book, 63 Documents The Government Doesn't Want You to Read, is in stores now.
How did we lose control of our government?
Well, when a coup d'etat happens, when they killed President Kennedy, that's a good way, because if you can get away with murdering the president, what can't you get away with?
Ken, what do you want? Go ahead in Mountainside, New Jersey. Quickly, the governor has an agenda.
Hey, Jesse, nice to talk to you. Quick theory I heard was that supposedly at the North and South Pole, that beyond the poles there's an opening and that there's the inner Earth. I'll give you quick examples. There's Admiral Byrd back in World War II time that supposedly the military sent him on journeys.
Do you believe the earth is hollow, is what this man is asking?
Hollow? No. I don't think
You
it
think
is.
people are walking from one end to the other to get
I think there could be.
I believe the earth is hollow. What do you think of that?
There's molten lava and all
prove
that
I'm
down
wrong.
there.
Good luck. What is it? The governor's
It's not hollow. I went to that movie, The Journey to the Center of the Earth. I remember that.
Yeah, what is it?
JD just sent me a great article about the governor's show. Did you see this thing where there's a conspiracy theory that it's being erased from people's DVRs? Do you know about this?
No.
My.
There were people who are
He
saying
likes
that,
it, though.
that the show's being DVR'd, and then when they go there, it's been taken off.
Oh, yeah, the governor will check that out. Trust me. Believe me, there's something up there. All right, listen. Your head will explode. You start investigating that. Look, the governor wants to meet with you for some reason, and he will be signing copies of his book tonight from 7 to 9 at Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey. Go over and say hello. Tomorrow night from 7 to 9 at the Barnes & Noble in Fresh Meadows, New York. Thursday night from 7:30 to 9 at the Barnes & Noble in Clifton, New Jersey. The book is called what? The book is called Governor Jesse Ventura's 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. And go pick one up in the stores. Thanks for coming in and seeing us.
Howard, always a pleasure. And
A real
Howard,
pleasure.
please come down and visit me.
I'm coming.
I promise you'll be safe. Nothing. You get down there and you'll realize Mexico is a beautiful place.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
a
you, Governor.
beautiful
I've been there
place.
many times. I'm just not going back. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Howard.
And by the way, if you do get down to Mexico, you can see the governor in his backyard worshiping the sun. He is now a sun worshiper.
Every morning I get up and worship the sun.
Governor.
Yep.
More injustices revealed during today's interview with Howard.
What injustices?
Well, things that are going on in our country that we don't know about.
Well, there's lots of things going on in our country we don't know about because when our country classifies 16 million documents top secret, I would say that's just about every document they put out. And as I said, I have every right to know what my government does because they use my tax money to do it, and I have every right to know what my tax money is being spent on. It's my right as a citizen to know that.
In a democratic country.
In a democratic country, you should be able to know what your money is being spent on, and clearly our government is not open anymore. We're turning into one of the most secretive governments across the world today, and that's the wrong direction to be going. Thank God we got people like Howard Stern and people like that'll have people like me on so that we can talk about things of this nature.
Now, you alluded to maybe a revolution to sort of destroy the two-party system as the solution.
Well, the revolution is simple. All you got to do is refuse to vote for Democrats and Republicans. It's that simple. We have the power in our own hands. Stop electing them. When they play blame, who's ruined our country? They've been in charge for the last 50 to 100 years, so any problems we have go right back to the Democrats and Republicans. They're the ones that have been in charge. So if our country's screwed up, it's their fault.
And you think a show like Howard's can help promote this type of
absolutely.
social change and
Howard,
change?
hey, rest assured, they're already trying to take control of the internet. You don't think they're going to try to get control of satellite radio? You think that they don't want to control where Howard Stern can't say profanity? Look what it was like for Howard when he was on regular radio. They were fining him every week. And yet we're supposed to have free speech. Oh, rest assured they will attempt to get control of satellite radio. The government don't like nothing they don't control. They want to control everything. So
Hey, Governor, I have a quick question for you.
Yep.
Benji. If, let's say they give you a special pass to go through the airport.
Yeah. Well, they do to the speaker.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
But let's say they do that for people, and more people. How do they know it's you?
You show your passport.
But isn't that easy to fake?
No. Passports, your picture's on it. It's issued to you by the U.S. government.
But wouldn't it be?
I don't know.
Isn't it an easier system not to have the passes?
My point is this. Certain elected officials are not required to. And what I'm suing over is the fact that how are they anymore not dangerous? How come I'm more dangerous than them?
No, I agree. But should anyone have passes?
I can't answer that. But here's the bigger question, which we didn't get into in there. Why is it the government's job to provide security for what's a private sector business? Airlines are private sector business. Now, why don't the airlines provide their own security?
I agree with you.
And if they did that, then I could have like 90% of my flights now are Delta since they merged with Northwest in Minnesota. That way I could have a relationship with Delta Airlines to where they know Jesse Ventura's no threat. When he comes out, produces his thing, give him a ticket and put him on the plane and he goes through nothing.
Are you okay with luggage being searched?
Sure, that's what ought to be searched more.
But isn't that the same, isn't the Fourth Amendment, wouldn't that be the same thing? Luggage or a person?
No, I don't believe so. I don't believe your luggage. Well, the Fourth Amendment does says your papers and all that stuff. So yeah, I suppose technically now that I think about it, maybe it is. Who knows? But luggage, you have to remember, also leaves you. Once you put it on the thing and it goes on the plane, you're no longer in charge of your luggage anymore. And did you see the thing where that pilot took the photo down on the tarmac, where all the security upstairs, and yet on the tarmac all they had to do was run a card through the thing. And who did they prosecute? The pilot for revealing it. He got prosecuted for revealing that. Again, killing the messenger. not the message. And yet, so how, here you got people, all they'd have to do, you could have the card, give it to me, I could be a terrorist, I run it through the thing, I could be down there right on the tarmac, because nobody, all you do is put a card through a thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying, we gotta get rid of cards.
Well, first of all, let me give you this one. Who have they caught? Nobody.
I don't know.
I mean, would they?
Oh, you mean?
Well, through what they're putting us through right now.
Right.
Who have they caught?
I don't know.
No one.
Yeah.
You think if they caught someone, it wouldn't be in the front page? Sure it would. They haven't caught anybody.
I think some people have been stopped, but I don't know if it's like people that were more crazy people.
No, but I mean, what terrorist have they caught?
I don't know.
None.
I don't know.
None. Why do they automatically assume that terrorists are going to do the same thing? Wait, when I was a SEAL, you don't repeat yourself. You don't patternize yourself. If you've got an objective you're going to get, and you go in this way to get it, you don't come out the same way you go in. You come out as alternate route.
Do you think it's good for the planes to have any kind of checking out the people?
Sure they should. Absolutely. But it shouldn't be to what we're getting here, where they violate you and sexually assault you. Cops can't do it. If a cop pulls you over on the street, he cannot frisk you the way we're getting frisked at airports. And we haven't, remember this, when you go to the airport, they're treating you like you're guilty of something. You're guilty until you prove you're innocent.
Right. Well, I guess they would say you're choosing to go to the airport, but they could say the same thing on the street, too.
Sure, but I mean, you're guilty. Aren't you supposed to be innocent until proven guilty? You have to prove you're innocent. Well, that's when you go in there, you're guilty.
But I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, if you're okay with the search of luggage, if you're okay with any kind of search, I don't see how it's different when it's your body.
Really?
I'm saying legally. If, let's say you're holding like a little purse with you, are you okay with that being searched?
No, you set it through the machine.
But should you have to do that?
Sure, because you could be carrying a gun.
Well, you could have a gun up your ass, too. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying I said, but someone.
How do you get a gun up your ass?
I don't. I don't know. I've been to some parties and stuff.
And people had guns up their asses.
I'm just saying metaphorically, a gun up your ass. I'm not saying.
Well,
I knew prison was a possibility.
Why should I? Okay, because I have metal in my body. Why should I be discriminated against? Why do I have to? Because I have metal. I can't help it.
This is the way I think of it. I don't know if it's the best system. I think they're trying to figure out what's the best way we can try to make it a little bit more secure. And let's figure out some overall strategies.
Well, always remember this. When the government tells you they're going to keep you safe, be prepared. You're going to lose your freedoms then in order to keep you safe. Here's my quote. I would rather face the terrorists on a daily basis than give up any one of my freedoms. So if you're willing to give up your freedoms for safety, then you have no problem. I refuse to do that. I refuse to give up my freedoms to have the government attempt to make me safe.
No, I don't like it. I'm just saying, is there a way to securely make the plane without doing something?
Sure, have a relationship with the airline. They know who you are. And if you fly all the time, they'll know.
Thanks, up.
Okay, take care.
Tell Benji he's officially a weirdo. He's out there interviewing. He's in a deep discussion with Jesse Ventura.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Like, leave. That was my point about Steve. Just leave the guests alone. Why do you have to bug the guests, Benji? Like a whole thing. Jesse Ventura wants to just... Hey, Jesse, can you just clear something up? Just grab that mic for a second. Benji's annoying the shit out of you, isn't he?
Out there?
Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Can you explain that to my staff that you're trying to get out?
I was getting ready to bitch slap him.
No, but I mean, you're ready to get out, and this guy's got a whole fucking dialogue going on. And you're being nice to him because you're here and you like the show and everything, but he doesn't understand.
No, he grills me and all that. But no, I wanted to tell you, Howard.
Yeah.
My wife and I are contemplating applying for Mexican citizenship.
Really?
But how are you going to be vice president?
Well, because you can have dual citizenship. I'm not giving up my U.S. citizenship. I just want Mexican because I go down there so often. It has benefits, too. In Mexico, when you turn 60, if you're a citizen, they cut your property taxes in half.
Well, that's nice.
So I'm contemplating being, and then maybe, who knows? I could end up the president of Mexico.
It's good.
Do you speak Spanish?
Huh?
Do you speak Spanish?
Of course not. What do you need?
How do you
bother?
Why bother learning the language?
People come here and don't learn this language.
George Bush didn't know the language. He was president.
Well, that's true.
Besides, George, you'd get an interpreter.
All right, hey, Governor, thanks. I'm sorry Benji was hassling you. Benji, what are you doing? The guy doesn't give a shit about sitting out in the hall and doing an interview. I don't
He
even.
just did a whole interview in here.
It's like when I went and did that Piers Morgan show. Every staff member there got me involved in a conversation. They're all nice people. Don't get me wrong. At Letterman, they know nobody bothers you because they know you just want to go home.
Yeah.
What do you think? The governor wants to? How did you get involved anyway with him? Seriously.
This is off limits.
No, come on. Why did you get involved with him?
I thought there was a question that I asked him that I thought was an interesting question, and I thought it was okay, not always, but like in a general little way to sometimes if you're in the hall to do a little question.
Leave him alone. You go do your thing.
Okay.
He's not looking to be interviewed by you.
What was your question?
Yeah. What was the great question?
I don't remember exactly how it started, but it was about if he's okay with luggage being searched for airlines.
Hey, Gary, fire anyone who bothers the guests after they leave. Seriously.
Interesting question. Are you worried about your luggage being searched?
I mean, he sat there. He had to ask him that. The fucking guy just spoke to us for an hour. It's enough. Stop it. Seriously. I'm being serious. Stop it.
Howard,
Leave people alone. He didn't come searching for you, did he? You went and sought him out with this burning question. How far into the interview did you come up with that question?
No. I don't.
George, do you know what I'm talking about?
I
Seriously.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, when you're on a set, even a movie set, you're trying to work. You can't sit there and entertain everyone.
Howard.
Benji, understand what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
So why'd you do it?
I didn't think. I thought it was okay when we do like
what? To go hassle the guests? I just spoke to
You
Steve
didn't
Langford
see how
about
hard
that.
he was working here. He was answering all the questions. He had to be up and on the whole. Let him go.
No, but hey, who wrote me this? Benji was talking to Jesse through the whole break, not just one question. Come and tell me what Benji does.
Howard.
Yeah. You asked him a series of questions.
No, I asked.
Why?
I thought it was okay for us.
Why? But why would he want to sit there and answer your question?
Well, I actually think it was an interesting question. If you see
for who? For you?
Yes.
Not for him.
No, listen, Howard.
He's him. He knows the answer. What was the benefit in doing that? Honestly, I'm not making a bit about this.
I thought it was okay for us to do that.
Jason,
like,
what does he do?
interactions in the hall.
He's a fucking nut. This
well, I'm
Benji.
hearing that Benji does this a lot.
Well, Gary should walk over and say, Benji, get the fuck away from the guests.
But it was a 2-camera shoot when Benji was interviewing.
Of course, that's what he's doing. He's getting
he wants
camera
a camera time.
time.
It's not necessary. The man's been gracious. He sat here for an hour and answered every one of my questions. I mean, what do you want from everyone? Stop it. This is how I make a living. You're interfering with it. What is it?
Yeah, Tim and I were in the green room, and we heard the whole thing. It was quite interesting. There was at one point, Benji was asking him about passports or something, but the conversation went to people could smuggle stuff into the country or whatever
and Jesse
with
Ventura,
a gun up their ass. And they were talking about guns up the ass.
Jesse Ventura is being kind and answering your question because he's grateful to the show. He likes me.
Howard, calm
You're
down
using
a second.
me. You're using me. And when I'm used, I feel very violent.
Calm down a second, and I'll
You're
answer.
using me.
Calm down a second, and I'll answer.
Well,
I thought it was fine for us to do that. And
no,
I thought that was like
it is
like
not fine.
interactions
What
in
did
the
you
hall.
hear me talk about with Steve Langford?
That was something like off the show. I thought it was fine.
This is all. The
I
hall
thought,
is
like,
off
little,
the show.
I thought little interactions in the hall were fine.
No.
Do you want us to
Okay.
pull the tape? Do you want to hear the whole thing? We'll pull the tape.
Yeah, I want to hear it. No, you know what? I don't even want to hear it because it's boring, and it's boring to Jesse Ventura, and it's fucking stupid. Ronnie, pull his ass right out of there.
Howard, how many times I've told him?
No.
It doesn't matter who
I
it
said
is.
take him physically and move him out of the situation.
He's been in the green rooms with Miss Howard TVs, with a stripper, with this one, with that one.
I don't want him involved.
Don't I know your cousin? Do I know your sister? You look very familiar. Have I seen you before
Benji,
somewhere?
it stops today.
Oh, Howard, calm down.
Benji,
you just don't.
it stops today.
Dude,
I'm not.
don't
tell
take
me
out
to
your
calm
anger
down.
on me and talk to me like that.
No, don't tell me to calm down. Dude,
I'm
this is
telling you to
my
calm
business.
down. This is mine too.
No, it isn't. I've worked fucking 30 years for this. Don't bring my guests into your bullshit.
I'm not. That's bullshit.
Benji, don't do it anymore. Period. I'm your boss, and I'm telling you, don't do it.
Talk to me respectfully.
No. Dude, don't do it. I don't know, but you're not listening, and I'm telling you, don't do it.
I'm absolutely listening.
I started out respectfully, and now I'm getting annoyed. I don't want you pulling your shtick with Jesse Ventura and the other guests.
Dude, listen.
dude. I asked TV before. Oh, is it okay? Is it okay? Are we supposed to
I'm
ask?
telling you, no.
All right, then if you say no, it's no.
No.
But don't act like I fucking did something like as some like thing to use you or something.
That's a use.
How's
You're
it a
using
use?
my success and fame to enable yourself to go out in the hall, and I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're bothering these people. But you can't do that. We're conducting a business. We want guests to come back.
I get it.
You know, I got to tell you something. It would be a long time before I'd go back on Piers Morgan. You know why? They nudged the shit out of you. They had me taping there for an hour and a half for an hour show. They grudged me. You know what that means? It means like then I get off the air and I'm doing an interview for CNN.com. I'm doing an interview for this one now because I'm being gracious. I want to be a nice guy. Once they have me, they took advantage of me. You're taking advantage of me. You're a guy I admire and I like, but you do things that you don't think. I just spoke to Steve Langford about not annoying the guest, and now I'm speaking to you. You're going in the hall. The guy just did an hour in interview. And you know what his thought is? Gee, I go on Stern, and it's like a fucking three-ring circus when I leave. I got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from the Benjis of the world.
I rarely...
All right, thank you. That's it. You don't have to say any more. You're not going to do it anymore, right?
Can I?
Are you going to do it anymore?
Can I discuss?
We're done. Are you going to do this anymore?
No.
Okay,
But
we're done.
But
Fine.
you know, you're making
your rationale doesn't matter.
No,
it's irrelevant.
I checked and I got permission before I do stuff like that.
Only check with me.
All
the,
right.
the other people around here are lunatics.
All right.
So that's what I was going to ask. He's saying that TV had given him permission.
They did?
Is that what he's saying? That's what I'm asking.
I checked.
I will then talk to TV about the permissions they give. Who is TV? They're supposed to just sit there and videotape. What, are they now writing material? If they're misleading you, then I got a problem with them. Did they mislead you?
I've asked before.
You didn't ask today.
Yes, I did, Rob.
You did.
You did.
So you asked.
All right.
Yes.
But do me a favor. Don't ask anymore.
Okay.
Stay out of it. It's not for you. Are you giving Benji permission to bother the guests?
You're getting
Greg?
permission from Greg?
No, I know I don't get. I know I don't have authority. He just said, "Is it all right if I talk to Jesse?" And I was done interviewing him, so I said, "Yeah, go ahead." I mean, who am I to say yes or no?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, Benji now doesn't have to ask your permission. He understands he's not to bother the guests. Okay?
Can I just tell him no if he?
Don't tell him anything. Say,
okay.
ask Howard because I'm not your boss.
Yeah, because the way I see it,
I've heard a rule around here that we don't annoy the guests.
And I agree. I just didn't know whether to say yes or no. I said that's your call,
He puts
not
you
mine.
in an awkward position. Thank you.
Yeah.
I get the whole scene.
Okay.
I got it. All right. Benji, I apologize if I spoke to you disrespectfully, but I need you to not bother the guests. I'm saying it as nicely as I can. George, do you understand what I'm saying?
I certainly do.
Yes. He doesn't listen.
I didn't realize he was going out and doing shtick
Robin,
with
calm
the
down.
guests.
What do I know? I sit here. I'm working toward the next thing. Do you understand? I don't know what's going on out in those halls. I can't police them.
Oh, Robin.
It's you know what it is, Robin?
Yeah.
Robin is right. It's the Wild West out there.
Robin, calm down.
I'm not
calm down.
uncalm.
She's calm as can be. I'm the one that's tanked up.
Listen, I rarely talk to celebrity guests.
And
'cause I
make
know
it
that's
even
something
more
you
rare,
don't-
like
but
never.
When I do, I've always checked.
Fred, why doesn't he
You
understand
didn't
this?
check with anybody
Fred,
who
I'm working
really
with
knew.
you. I'm working with you 30
thick.
years. I see you when the guests leave. You don't even fucking. In fact, you
thick.
in a creepy way. You don't even acknowledge them.
Well, I try not to bother them
love it.
because I figure
Good.
they're on their way out. They've just done a half an hour or an hour of an interview. The
Can I
last
tell
thing
you
they want to
something?
be doing is involved in pleasantries.
Isn't it true when you're raising dogs, the older dog can teach the younger dogs? Is that true?
This is true, but I think Benji
now,
is untrainable.
You're the older dog.
Benji's
he is untrainable.
a brain damaged dog.
Follow.
He is. I think
Fred. Benji, follow Fred. Learn from example.
I think he
I'm gonna
got
start
hit in the
following
head.
you around.
You know why? You know why Fred's with me all this time, and he does well for himself.
Probably he's good at what he does.
Yeah, he's smart. He's smart. And you're smart too, but you don't say no to yourself.
Not when it comes to that.
Right. You can do it. Okay, control yourself. You can be a pro. You go on Letterman. Paul Schaefer doesn't run back and have conversations with you.
Doesn't chase you out.
Doesn't chase you out.
Asking questions about
He
passports.
went in one day. I had Andrew Dice Clay here. Benji runs in, starts kissing him.
And I checked with you first.
And what did I say? What did I say?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But of course, before I kiss someone, I would check with you.
That's right.
All right. Can
So
I kiss
why wouldn't
George?
you? So why wouldn't you? Yeah, go ahead, kiss him.
Here he comes, George.
Leave George alone. He doesn't want to kiss you. Oh, maybe he does.
I don't know.
George, you want him to kiss you?
He wasn't shying
Go ahead.
away.
He wants it. He wants it. Go ahead.
Go kiss him.
Go ahead and kiss him.
Go kiss him,
Go ahead.
Benj. Now, Benji doesn't want
George,
to.
give him permission.
He's shy. No, I think the request is reasonable.
Here you go.
Benji.
All right, Benji. Oh! George, you gave him the tongue.
No, I did not.
He just opened his mouth.
Benji, why'd you pull back? Did he put his tongue in?
It could have been about to happen.
You ever kissed another guy?
Just on here, like.
Go ahead and kiss him.
I don't want to. I mean, it's interesting.
He's bashful.
It's not in a sexual way, but to have.
Go ahead and kiss
to say
him.
you've made out.
George says it's okay.
With
George is famous.
But Benji, let me say,
Yes.
the request being made of you right now is a reasonable one. You know, because
To make out with you?
No.
Come on.
The interviews and all the other.
George, I get that. I've always been.
Do you want to kiss George or not?
Just say, you understand, rather than
arguing.
Maintaining a.
Yeah.
I think it would be
defined
funny as
position.
hell to make out with him, but man.
George, are you on microphone? Because you're saying some wise things,
It's a reasonable request.
George, I get that, and I've always done that.
No,
I've
but
always,
you're kind of resistant to.
no, I'm resistant when I'm painted in a certain light that's not true. About
It
me.
is true.
No,
You're
it's
not
not.
listening to me.
Yeah, I am.
And I'm trying to teach you. You're a good guy. I want to see you succeed. And I'm telling you, it's inappropriate to go out and bother the guests.
And I don't do that.
Well, you did it today.
I checked, and I thought it was appropriate. The way I
Don't check
checked.
with Greg Carmel.
Check with anybody.
Checking with Greg Carmel
Now
is
we
ridiculous.
realize.
He
Greg
just
doesn't know.
announces what he's going to do, and then the person just says,
No,
okay.
that's not true. Drew. That's not true.
All right.
That's what it
check
sounded
with
like.
check with me.
All right.
And you know what? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to say to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to even bother Howard with this. I'm just not going to do
hope.
it. You're going to see it's going to work for you. Check with Howard because I will tell you what to do. I'm ready to command you. I'm a leader. I will lead you. Greg doesn't lead. I lead. And I will lead you down the right path. When you come to me for guidance, trust me, you'll get the fucking answer. Right, George?
What's the answer?
I think
don't
George
know.
is still
Benji?
swooning from the kiss.
But kiss Benji, will you?
I still sense a little resentment and defiance.
He's fine.
No, I like that you will want to do it and stuff. I like that.
No. To what he's been saying.
Yes, it's true.
Do you want to kiss George?
No, not the kissing.
Benji's embarrassed. But
No, George, I don't. I'm a resistance to being painted in a certain way that I'm.
Benji, I
gonna
only
do it,
talk to someone like a child who acts like a child.
But Howard, I wasn't.
Okay. But your resistance to my suggestion is very inappropriate.
Because the way you listen, I thought I checked in an appropriate way. I thought
Okay.
TV does have control.
Now, from
of
now
that.
on, what are you going to do? Let's say you have an urge to talk to one of the guests out in the hall.
I
What are you
would
gonna do?
I would check in an appropriate way, which is to check with you.
Ah, thank you. And I guarantee you, now, I bet you I'll never hear from you.
Let's be honest. You weren't interested in the answers to those questions. You were just nudging Jesse Ventura.
I mean, what was the point? They're dumb questions.
Well, listen, that's subjective. Maybe you feel it's dumb, maybe you don't.
But what's
I
the
don't
point?
feel-
You're not on the air. What, you needed the answer? You needed the answer about passports?
I thought it was okay in the hall, and I thought that was part of the TV thing.
I see. Okay. All right. I get you.
You know,
Fine. Now we're all
Governor
clear.
Ventura is a fascinating man, and we all would like to
Have our
engage him
private
in
time.
private conversation. But, there are a lot of us here, so we've got to recognize that.
See what
the
a nice
interview
way
has been
George
done.
says it? You want me to talk to you like that? Benji, Governor
And not just
Ventura.
say, "Shut
Here,
up,
let me
Benji."
start over
You
again.
don't have to
Benji, look at me.
Howard,
Governor Ventura.
Howard, you
listen to
don't-
me. Just
no.
listen to me.
You don't have
Governor
to justify.
Ventura is a very, very, very busy man, and all of us would like our private time. I mean, after all, I would love to speak with him as well. But we all respect the fact that Governor Ventura is busy. So we live
You
and
don't
learn.
have to
Okay,
justify
Benji?
any kind of behavior that you want here. If you want us to walk, if you want me to skip through the hall,
George,
that's fine.
I'm sensing
But
some
I'm saying-
resistance. What about you?
I'm sensing resentment as well.
I am as well.
My sensors tell me that.
George, I believe you're correct. He is still resisting. Resistance is futile.
It's a little.
It's a little
tense here.
annoying, isn't it?
I'm in the middle of this.
Tense,
I love you.
I love you too.
All right.
And
All
that's
right.
why
Benji, thank
we
you. I
want
love
you to
you.
be a little bit more
Kiss me.
pliant.
Kiss me and be pliant.
He's making sense.
Yes.
Because I would like to have engaged him in conversation. I'm sure all the other people in the corridor would too. But,
George, I
he's
checked.
got to go.
I checked, and I thought it was inappropriate.
All right.
to
Now
check
we
it.
know,
It's-
though, right? Now we
Got
know.
it.
Got it.
All right.
Can I just tell you what?
All right, I have to move on with the news.
Can I just say, Greg is upset. You know, he wants me to explain exactly what.
I understand everything.
No, what checking means.
I understand. He wasn't checked with.
Greg
He just said, "Hey, do you mind if I talk to the governor?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead." I got
Wait,
it.
I didn't. First of all, I didn't try to pin this on Greg. I said, I checked
Gary,
with TV.
I get it. I understand where Benji's coming from. It's not going to happen anymore because Benji's going to check with me, and I will tell him when it's appropriate to talk to the guest. And the answer is never. So anytime you have the question, you can even do that. Exercise your mind. Should I go to Howard with this? Shorthand. But ask me if you get confused. Thank you. All right. Thank you, George, for stepping in. I appreciate it.
George, how was your kiss?
How was my what?
How was your kiss with Benji?
Unfulfilled.
Still more to be had?
Well, it was aborted. He withdrew too early.
Benji, you've never done that before.
Made out with George?
Right. Well, we really didn't make out.
Yeah, we didn't.
It was just a beginning, you know. It's coitus interruptus.
Do you think there's
kissus interruptus?
Do you think there's any reason this might happen again during the rest of the week?
Well, it's all up to Benji.
I think it probably will.
I'm game.
And gay.
And it's up to him and straight.
We'll see what happens.
Well, there's a little bit of everything and everybody. And maybe we're exploring a little bit of Benji's openness to exploring his full persona. There may be something there. And good for you. Good for you. To not be so rigidly constrained.
Well, some people are gay for pay. I'm gay for decay. Dude, I wasn't saying, like, trying to pin it on you. I've talked to Doug. But I've always checked before you interview someone. Oh, is it cool if I ask something? So.
But how that gets misconstrued as I gave you permission to go up to Jesse and talk to him.
I thought you guys had the authority to do that.
I definitely. But I would never be able to give someone of my rank here would never be able to give someone of your rank permission to do anything.
Is Doug around?
I'm sure, but
no, I've talked to Doug and said, like, you know, he's always been like, yeah, just check with the camera guy, that kind of thing. If you want to, first of all, I rarely talk to a celebrity.
How many times have I?
Hey, fuck off, man.
How many times have I told you?
Fuck off. Seriously, you're being a dick and you know it. Fuck off. I gotta go back in. I'd love to continue this later.
How many times have I told you?
Dude, you try to be a dick.
I don't try to be a dick.
Yes, you do.
No, I try to enforce the fucking rules.
Yes, you do, man.
Ask Richard and Sal went through the same thing. You don't see them in there anymore.
Calm down.
I'm just telling you, man. You don't listen. You don't give a fuck until you get fucking.
I don't have a free moment. I got to drop down to 2 days a week. He won't let me.
Look, he's looking at you saying, this is not where you cut. If you got to cut something, this is not where you cut.
That's exactly what he's saying. He's saying, cut something else out of your life because you need this.
That's right.
Yeah, he says, I don't need patience. You need this. You need to be.
Don't look at this as the lost leader.
I said to him, listen, I have been coming 3 and 4 days a week for 13 years.
Has it been that long?
He says, it's not about the years. I go, well, but I said, what are you looking for in me?
What are you trying to get to?
Yeah, because I'll fake it. Anything to get out of here. So he gave me a list of things that why I'm in therapy. He had to remind me and tell me, he says, look, if you go 2 days a week, you're going to be coming here the rest of your life. Do you want to settle this once and for all and get your shit together? Come 3 days a week. I said, how long before I see results?
You have seen results now, stop.
I'm insane.
But what was on this list? Were you?
Well, there are things I need to work on. I'd rather not share with you.
But you agreed with the list.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did. I agree with the list. He's right. But you know what it is, Robin? Look, I need free time. I am so busy. With the meeting, don't ask me what I'm meeting about, but I'm meeting every minute.
Yeah.
And just the business phone calls and the day-to-day life stuff. And, sometimes you need time to sit and read a magazine. That's what we do for, listen. Like the other day, I'm reading Rolling Stone with that maniac, Phil Collins. Then it comes up on the air. In other words,
that's great.
I'm
great
doing
stuff.
my homework. Boy, is that guy nuts.
I got to read that article. You've intrigued me. I can't imagine Phil Collins is upset.
He won't. First of all, who even knew he was upset? If he didn't drag attention to himself by saying, everybody goofs on me, everyone considers me a lightweight.
Who mentioned him?
Nobody. He's in this article ranting and raving that I guess Liam Gallagher of Oasis used to make fun of him on stage. Now, the guy from Oasis is gone for 20 years already.
And it's on stage. How many
Right.
people are seeing
No
it?
one's seeing it. He says, everyone's against me. Everyone considers me to be the guy who ruined Genesis. I'm saying, really? Who the fuck cares? He goes, Genesis with Peter Gabriel as the lead singer. They were a progressive rock band. I took over and we had tremendous hits, 20 hits in a row, pop hits. And everyone says I ruined Genesis. So I go, okay. He says, and then I can't drum anymore because I have a bad back and I can barely hold drumsticks. Look at my hand. This guy's psychotic. Now he can't hold the drumsticks. Listen, he's in real pain, but he needs to go see Dr. Sarno. You know that.
Yeah.
But go talk to
Well,
him.
listen to him. Obviously, he's got issues.
Then he's holed up in some, like Sweden or somewhere. I forget where, but
Yeah, I know he's over in one of those places you run for tax.
collecting Alamo.
Amnesty.
He's collecting Alamo memorabilia. He has the largest collection of the Alamo, and he's telling the interviewer, look at this Bowie knife. I'd run right out of the room. Look at this Bowie knife. It's the exact knife that Davy Crockett held. And even the interviewer's like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, you're British. What do you care about the
I
Alamo?
don't know, but he's got a huge collection of human teeth, too, like from the Alamo. And, I mean, what the fuck is he doing? There's a reason he has the largest collection, because nobody else cares.
Everybody gives him that crap.
Yeah, and then he can't do music anymore. He can't write music. And his 3 marriages, each marriage was a disaster.
Worse than the next, huh?
I mean, the guy's a lunatic. I love him.
You love him because he's worse than you.
Yeah, and mind you, he's not in therapy. And I was thinking that. I said, listen, Phil Collins isn't in therapy. What am I doing here?
And he sounds like he's having a wonderful time.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's having a good time. He's with the Alamo memorabilia. It's
Right.
Davy Crockett's hat or something.
He's probably, has he got one of those displays where he has
Yeah.
everything set up?
Everything's behind glass, like nicely displayed. They said it, I mean, the writer was kind to him, but I think the writer figured he better get out of there before it turns into Silence of the Lambs.
Before he uses that Bowie knife on him.
Yeah, it's funny. And he's obsessed with the guys from Oasis saying that he ruined Genesis.
They can't even keep themselves together.
Right. But, I need free time. That's my point.
Well, don't look for it from your therapy.
Because I'm in the middle of something, I got to run to therapy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
It interrupts my
but-
day. Robin, there's a reason you left, too.
What?
Therapy.
I'm
Oh, you're
doing,
back in.
Yeah, right.
1 day a week?
Yes.
That ain't therapy. According to my
I'm just
guy.
talking to somebody.
And believe me, you crossed my mind. I go, Robin's really fucked up, and she doesn't even go to therapy. She goes 1 day a week. How does she get to go 1 day a week?
Well, don't go to therapy and use that time for yourself.
Oh, my
Right.
God, George.
See? That's what I said. I just want to cut down to 2 days a week.
Save money, and that time is yours.
He
and
won't
you
let
can
me.
Read magazines or
He
whatever you
won't
want
let
to do.
me.
George, do you want Howard to have a happy life?
I think he'd be happier.
How much more life do I have? I'm an old dude.
Well, none of it's been happy. I hope you'll have at least one happy year.
A happy year, forget it. We're working on a happy day.
Move to Sweden and start collecting Waterloo memorabilia.
Waterloo.
Napoleon's.
Right,
George
I know.
doesn't care about you. George could care less if you're miserable.
I'll be
No,
94.
I don't.
I'll be 94 and
I
finally.
want everybody to be happy.
I can't wait to be cured at 94. I can't go through this another 13 years.
Well, who said it was another 13 years?
I don't know. I think he's saying
If
it.
you cut down to 2 days, maybe that will be another 13 years.
How about I stop completely like you did?
Oh, God.
I'm sick of it.
So then you'll have to go back.
Well.
I don't understand all this dependence on therapy.
Oh, my goodness, George.
Right.
Why do
Me too.
people go to therapists?
Because I'm fucked up.
But you're wonderfully.
I mean, you have no idea how deeply fucked up I am.
Why and how?
Why? I can't relate to anybody.
Oh, you relate to so many people.
No, this
I mean,
isn't
you're a
relating to
brilliant
people.
interviewer.
This isn't relating to people. This is my job.
Yes, and
That
you
I
do
do
it
well. That's about all I do well. That's it.
And
everything else is a disaster.
Aren't you happy doing what you're doing?
Yeah, at work.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not even happy with that.
Why?
Because I neurotically obsess over it.
But you're good at it. You're the best.
Yeah, but I don't feel that way.
Why?
That's the point.
Here we go.
That's why I need
fundamental.
Well,
you
that's
have
why
no
I need-
reason to feel that way.
Well, but that's what I feel. You can't. I don't have a control over it. That's the problem. I'm trying to work my way out of it.
A deep down
bad feeling.
insecurity.
Not insecurity, but a bad feeling. About everything.
Why?
And then I think everything's
It's
doom and
unfathomable
gloom.
to me.
Doom and gloom.
Why should you feel that way? You're doing.
But of
something
course I
you do
shouldn't feel that way.
well.
It goes into a lot of things. That's why you got to be in therapy.
You know, I'm baffled by all.
George, you're talking sense. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
That's why
Doesn't
he's
make
in
sense.
therapy.
I mean, sure, you know, we all have problems, but
You know what I
don't
love
go to a
about you?
therapist,
I know you don't go to a therapist.
and I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You've got it together. Maybe you got what you needed in life. I walk around generally angry.
Why?
Well, that's why I'm
People
in
love
therapy.
you?
I don't.
Oh, my
but George,
God.
It's
no matter how many
unfathomable.
times you
You
tell
have
me
no
people love
reason
me,
for it.
I'm angry all the time.
At what? At whom?
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Yes.
What
is it?
But if I knew the answer, I wouldn't be in therapy. I'm
well,
angry.
then if you don't know,
I
the
walk around
answer,
angry like. "Arr."
Why should you be angry?
Well, of course, that's why I'm in therapy. That's
We
what I'm trying to
love
get. I'm trying. Yeah, you love me, but
Yes.
I've got to not be angry.
Why? I mean,
I don't want to walk around angry.
George, you're not a good therapist.
No, I'm not a therapist, and I don't.
You're
claim
not.
to,
You're kidding.
And it's beyond
George,
my
you asked why
understanding.
I'm in therapy. I'm walking around angry.
And I can't understand why you should be angry.
That's why you go to therapy, because I can't understand it either.
Well, I could find things, you know, that I can't understand.
Right.
And I don't.
So do you
need a
sometimes you
therapist
need?
for
Well,
it.
you don't need a therapist because you don't need answers. You're happy all the time. You walk around happy with Brad and those plays and sucking each other's dicks, and you couldn't be happier. Maybe dick sucking is what I need to do. Let me see your dick.
Try it? Have
No.
you tried it?
No, I haven't.
Well, maybe you
It's not
might
my
find
thing.
happiness.
Yeah, well, maybe. Who knows? But I mean, you were just flitting around with play. What'd you do last night?
We had dinner with friends.
That would
from
you see
London.
that would make me insane right
Why?
there. I don't want to have dinner with friends.
Wonderful restaurant. You know, at Columbus Circle.
I just want to be alone with Beth at the restaurant.
Oh, well,
I want your friends gone.
there are wonderful places where you can have just, you know, the two of you. And
Right, but that's what I'm saying. There's something wrong that I don't enjoy. My dinner with friends.
Why do you not?
I invite people over and then I wish they would leave. Now, do you think that's normal?
No.
No. Okay, so there's a problem.
And have you thought on why you have that problem?
Yes, that's why I'm in therapy. When I ask myself the question, I can't come up with the answer.
You know, I think you complicate things unnecessarily.
Well, perhaps. Listen, if I was a guy who didn't have the means to go to therapy, or if I was, you know, I would just live with it. I'm fine. I can function perfectly. I'm not a guy who's on medication. I function and I go through life like a dynamo, you understand? But I wouldn't mind settling down and enjoying some aspects.
You know, it's because you know that there are people called therapists. If you didn't know that,
well, then
you
I couldn't
wouldn't
go.
to it.
Right. So
And
I tried it, and it does help me. It helps me to understand
It has
myself.
improved the quality
But you
of his
still
life.
are angry, you say.
I am angry.
So
That's right.
It hasn't helped you.
Well, it's helped me in other areas.
I mean, he's less angry.
Right.
Trust me.
Yeah. Say.
I've never known you to be, well, I mean, yeah, there are times when you are angry,
Oh, yeah.
legitimately.
Getting
for
annoyed
good
with you
reason.
right now.
Am I?
No, I don't.
Am I annoying you?
Yeah.
But I just don't understand this thing about therapists and people, how dependent
If you
they
feel,
get.
yeah, I don't feel dependent. The problem is, I'm ready to walk away at any time. I think I don't need a therapist.
Why don't
and
you?
That's the
Try it.
problem. Because if I wasn't in therapy most of my life, and I'm telling you, I went through the motions. I want to be human and feel things. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, we
I
all
want to
do.
be more involved with people. When I sit and talk to Robin, I want to be more, like, I'm not talking about on the air. When I'm off the air, I want to be more there for her. Do you understand?
Oh, but maybe because, you know, the relationship and the conversations that you have on the air are engaging, interesting, and you really connect with people. Maybe you should
But I need
try
to be there for my wife, too. Like, I'm a better husband because now I connect better with my wife. I hear what she's saying.
Good.
But that happened through therapy. That wouldn't have happened any other way.
Oh, I'm sure you would have found a way to connect with people without the therapist.
No. No.
You do it.
No.
Goodness.
No, I didn't recognize this in myself.
George, you're killing us.
We're boring, Robin.
The problem is, you know what? He's right. I'm going to quit today.
I think you should.
That's right.
All right.
Because you
and
have
when
the stuff
his
in you.
life falls apart, George, Are you going to be responsible?
I'm so confident that he can handle it. Yes,
but
I
when
will take
it falls apart,
I always
waggle your finger at me,
George. I always handled life. I have no problem handling life. I can handle my life. But I would like the quality of my life to be somewhat better. I understand where I'm missing out a lot. I see people doing things and reacting to things in a different way than I do.
We all have.
They're more connected.
Like, there are some conversations that you have that I know nothing about and I have absolutely no interest in, and I just step back and listen to you.
George, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you have close friends?
I do.
People you call on the phone frequently and share your life with?
We travel together, yes.
Okay, ask Howard if he has that.
Do you have that?
No.
You don't?
No.
Why don't you?
I'm not interested.
You're not interested in having friends?
No.
Why?
Why? That's a good.
with
Do you
him?
think that's normal?
Well, it's all. Everybody is different. You all have.
I'm suspicious of everyone.
Well, maybe that's a quality that you have.
Well, that's right. I
And
don't
you
like
might
that.
make
Why
your
do I?
peace
Why
with
can't
that.
I? Why can't I trust a few people?
Because we are all different, and we have this.
But I don't
brief
like
moment called our lives.
I would
ourselves.
like to know why I'm different.
Because you are, and Robin is different, and I'm different. Benji's different from each other.
But what if I'm not
And that's what makes life in this world so interesting.
So I should walk around miserable and angry.
No.
And not do anything
if
about
you
it.
recognize diversity, then you recognize the reality.
But what do I do
and be
about
happy.
me? I recognize diversity. I recognize that you're happy, and I recognize that I'm miserable and angry. So
But
why
you
shouldn't I
aren't.
try to work on that? It's not life-threatening. It's not that I can't go through life. I
Yeah.
can function. Look at me. I'm a dynamo.
There
But
are
I would like to understand myself and open up a little bit and not be so angry and miserable.
Maybe you should take some time off and meditate, ponder on.
I do meditate.
you
I've been meditating since I'm 18 years old, and that's helped too.
Good.
These are
good.
things I do to help myself.
And you think that work keeps you from having more
Work
of
makes
that?
me nuts.
Well, work
Everything makes me
possible.
nuts. Everything irritates me.
Maybe you should quit work.
I
You're
was going to
comfortable
quit
enough.
work, and then I was afraid because I figured I'll be miserable there too. I wanted to quit.
Maybe you might make peace with the fact that you
What about
are
what
a
am I-
miserable type.
No, I don't want to walk around miserable. I want to get better.
Well, do I want to be more than what I am? Sometimes I do. But, you
You
make
couldn't
your
be
peace
any
with
more
who you
annoying
are.
right now.
Well, that's who I am.
Right.
I'm interested in people, and I like to the people I like.
I would like to be
them-
interested in people too.
Yeah.
Just like you. I like to flit around and, have
Flit?
dinner
I do not
parties.
flit.
Well, come on. Your feet are almost off the ground.
That's
I see you. You
kinda
walk around.
condescending.
You go to theater. No, I mean the highest praise if I flit.
Flit?
You flit around. I see you're the life of the party. You go on a Star Trek cruise and it doesn't piss you off. There's something amazing about that.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I like
You're
people.
there with mutants and you don't even get upset.
Infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
I admire
I mean, you
you.
have your whack pack, and some
I
people will
enjoy
say,
them on the air.
He's not hanging out with them.
Yeah, you're hanging out with the whack pack and having a good time.
Only
You're there
for
on a boat
brief
with them.
Period of time.
On a boat. How long are those
On a
cruises?
boat. Sometimes a weekend, sometimes a week.
That's an amazing thing. And you walk off happy.
Well, as I say, there are compartments.
I
where
would
you
walk.
can-
See, if I would walk around like this, I'd be like, I got to go do a fucking Star Trek cruise. Jesus Christ. I mean, this
I
isn't fair.
have colleagues who do that.
Yes, I would be like
You know
this.
who they are.
Well, I would be like, yeah, I know, William. So do you want me to be like William Shatner the rest of my life, miserable?
There are certain people that I want to see be complete.
Wouldn't it be amazing if
And
William
I don't care about him.
Shatner had the ability to open up his heart and say to you, George, I'm so sorry that we didn't get along on Star Trek and I've been acting like a horse's ass.
It's not
And-
just me; it's all the rest of.
Yes, but wouldn't you be proud of William if he could grow as a person and see that he's a misery?
Yeah, but he.
Right. So how do you think he's going to do that?
He inflicts that on the people he works with.
Right. So don't you?
You don't.
Yeah, but I can also be miserable. You don't want to see me. I'm not like William Shatner, but you, don't
make
want.
other people happy, and you feel miserable about that.
That's
fact.
right. That's right.
And I think that's a laudable thing. The making other people happy is a laudable thing. And because we love you, we want you to be as happy as
all right.
the
So
people
how
that you
would
make
I?
happy.
So how would I get there? Therapy. It's a conclusion.
Not necessarily.
Not
Sometimes
necessarily.
you can
but
find
for
it in
me,
yourself.
Well,
You can
I
find-
have been unable to find it in myself.
Yes, you
I'm
can.
not No,
You-
I can't.
you have helped
I'm not
other
introspective
people.
like that.
You have helped so many people that.
Why do
call
you
in
assume I can help myself with that? I don't
Because
even like
you've helped
when
other
I'm
people.
alone. I never think of myself. I shut down completely. I don't feel any emotions or anything.
Then
I need
you
someone to
need
bring that
meditate.
out. I do meditate.
Think on why is it, or to be one with.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Well, you go to a therapist too.
He is annoying me.
He is. It's like talking to a wall.
Let me
He
ask you
keeps
something.
saying the same thing. He won't listen.
Do you think Brad should lose weight?
I would like him to.
Okay,
yes.
he's fat now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
I wouldn't call it fat.
Why do you think
he's more substantial?
Don't you think being fat makes him miserable?
I think he doesn't really care.
And what do you think of that trait? That he doesn't
maybe
care about his appearance.
I need to make my peace.
No, but
with
what do you
that.
think about him? That he doesn't care about how he looks or feels?
I tell him, it's.
And you're not getting through to him, are you?
What?
You're not getting through to him.
I'm not.
So don't you think, no matter how much he thinks about it, he's still in a bad place? And maybe if he went to a therapist, he could work through why he's eating so much?
Maybe the problem is with me.
No.
Maybe I should accept him.
You're
as
not
he
the-
is.
no, that's
Maybe-
not the problem.
His father was slim. His brother is slim, and I don't know why he.
But you know it's not healthy for him. And if he wants to change that and care, wouldn't he need some help with that? Of course. He can
you
meditate
think a
all day.
therapist will get him slim?
A therapist could say to him, what's going on, and let's take a look at this.
He's had a trainer, and that didn't work.
Right.
He had a gay trainer, and that didn't work. So I got
gay
him
trainer
a,
didn't work?
Straight trainer didn't work, and a gay trainer
I
didn't
got
work.
him a straight woman trainer too, and that didn't work either.
Did you think the problem was that it was a straight trainer? Maybe if it was a sexy gay trainer, it would work? Where did you find the gay trainer? At your gym?
Oh, yeah.
You knew right away he was gay.
Oh, he was open.
And what was your theory about that, getting him a gay trainer? That maybe it would motivate him to be with another gay man?
And, there are other, guys that look good.
Right.
That didn't work. And I thought maybe he needs someone that is straight and a woman.
Right.
So that all that element is gone, the thing of sexual attraction.
Right.
And that didn't work either.
Well, maybe
and
you
she
need
was
therapy.
good. She was tough, but she was friendly.
Did you ever consider therapy for him?
No, I did not.
Do you ever consider therapy for yourself to get over the hang-up that he's fat?
No, I did not.
So there you go. Maybe you need help with that.
Yeah, maybe
you both need a gay therapist. Think about it.
All right, good advice. We will look into that.
I'm into George Takei Lou.
I know.
I love him. Can we bring back internment camps and put George in one?
Oh, Jesus. Now, there's a mouse wheel that we can run in, yes.
No, you're a tough guy to argue with. I bet you. Now I understand why Brad's eating so much.
Brad, yeah, if
poor
he's
Brad.
got to argue with George.
You're tough to argue with. You really are. You're a taskmaster.
Maybe I'm
You're a tyrant.
too single-minded, and I think I'm right.
I'm surprised you're not open. I'm surprised you're not open to these things.
To
therapy.
a therapist.
I would think you were. You're so progressive.
Well, I see you as someone who has
it all together.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But
It's an
just because you
illusion.
see him that way doesn't mean he feels that way.
Yeah, right. And I can't understand what goes on in his mind.
Listen, I'm not a complete fuck-up. I could get through life without
you're
therapy. I
brilliant at
did.
it.
Listen to me. I go home, I relax, I do. But I would rather not be so angry all the time and have issues all the time, and then
And you don't
make other
exhibit
people
that.
do things for me where I could probably be more independent and more. I don't exhibit that on the air. You only see me on the air. Here I'm a god, but when I go home, I don't function so well.
Do you know he doesn't know where he lives? If he was left out on the street, he couldn't find his way home from here.
I don't know how to get here.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
can.
Put me
and
on
he
the street.
doesn't live that far
If
away.
it weren't for Ronnie driving you, couldn't get home.
I have no idea. Now, that's something wrong with
If
that.
we put you out of the
I would
building-
never get home. I would never see home again. Now, there's
I
something
feel a
wrong
little
with
tugging at my leg.
No, it's true, George.
No. I don't even know where this is, where we are right now. I don't know what floor we're on. I don't know how we get here every day. I don't know how I get in the building. I just get here. Someone
brings you here.
I'm like a baby wrapped in a blanket with
There
mommy
you are.
taking me around.
There's a problem.
That's
you
the
feel
problem.
Like you don't have control over your
Right. So
life.
how do I get rid of that? If I keep buying into that, it's a good thing.
Get rid of Ronnie.
Right.
Get rid of all
Then
the
we'll
people
never
that
see him.
guide you
He'll
and
never
direct
get
you.
here.
How will I
And
get here?
You are a very self-reliant
I'm afraid
guy.
to make the move
You
to get
will
rid of
find
Ronnie.
your way around. You will.
If I get rid of Ronnie, you mean I got to? What am I going to do?
You will. You'll ask people. People will. You
And
you don't
walk
wanna
through the street?
Give your address,
Right.
Whatever, dude.
Oh, you're going to ask people? How's he going to ask people where he's supposed to go?
Ronnie, sorry, you're fired.
Did you hear what he
Ronnie,
just said?
sorry, I lost you your
last
job.
people.
He's going to have you asking everybody on the street where to go.
Right. Wow.
We're too dependent on others.
That's right.
We can be self-reliant.
I'm too dependent on others.
You are. And
Listen.
maybe that's why
Listen,
you're
like
angry.
I'll give you an example.
You're frustrated.
Like this Jackie used to abuse the shit out of me.
Oh, God.
I mean, ask Robin and Fred. I mean, he would constantly this, that, and the other thing. And I figured, well, I can't get rid of Jackie because I need him. Anyone I have, all of a sudden I develop a dependency.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it without him. I can't do it without Fred. I can't do it without Robin. Can't do it without. I need.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Robin's case, it's true, and Fred's, it's true. But, all right. Jackie. And then Jackie would, he would be like, hey, man, I'm walking out. Fuck you. And I should have just said, goodbye. Goodbye.
You needed him.
I didn't, but I think I need people.
Yeah.
I think I need everyone. You understand, George? That's it. I don't want that anymore in my life.
You have a dependency syndrome.
That's right. I'm a people addict. I need people to do things for me. I want to be a strong, independent man, and that's why I go to therapy. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better husband.
Doing it on your own without the therapist?
Yes.
Because you
Yes,
can
I
do
told you I shut down and I don't look at myself.
But by the way, George, if he has no idea how to do this, how could he work on it on his own?
I need a teacher.
Well, maybe, that's the other part of diversity that I need to respect. Some people need that kind of crutch, which that is.
It's not a crutch.
Why is it a crutch? When you don't know a language,
yes,
you go to someone who does know the language
Right.
to teach it to you.
If you want to learn guitar,
translate for
if you want to learn guitar, you'd hire a guitar teacher, right?
That's right.
Right. You want to learn photography, maybe? I mean, high-level photography. You go to college or a photography
Right.
school of arts or
Right.
something, right? You want even to act. Did you go to a teacher?
I did.
You did. Why? Why didn't you do it on your own?
Because I want to, get guidance, get wisdom that I don't have.
Well, that's what I wanted. I was after wisdom and guidance.
And it hasn't worked.
It has
Been at it
worked
for
to a degree.
13
I'm not
years.
completely there yet.
You think you are improving?
I think
because of
I'm
that?
improving. Yes, I
Oh,
do
good,
think I'm
good.
improving.
Well, then I accept that. That's it's obviously helpful.
Man, he's a hard sell.
You're a hard sell. It's right.
You know what it is, too? I mean, no disrespect to George.
Generation?
It's a generational
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You ask anybody over the age of 70, they look at therapy as like verboten.
I think you're probably right. Yeah.
My parents are like that.
Yeah. They think there's something wrong.
Yeah, I think
really
all
wrong.
World War II generation people have this. You buck
Suck
up
it
and
up
you
mentality.
do it yourself.
Yeah, because my mother's like that. She's
And
like,
parents
you're
who-
going to therapy? Oh, very good. What are you going to talk about? Me? I go, I guess you do come up. But, I mean, it's not just about you. It's really about me. Oh, yeah,
the
you need...
generation that
you
went
need,
through the depression.
Yeah,
they
you
did it
need
on their own.
therapy. Believe me. I mean, your father and I never had therapy. I mean, you had a terrific life. What are you worried about? I go, well, that's just it. Maybe things weren't so terrific for me. Oh, so what? We weren't any good? I mean, listen, your sister and you, we put energy into you. Maybe I wasn't the best mother, but I'll tell you this. I practiced every day what I preached. I tried to give my children an
Good for her.
independent... Good for her. I'm telling her I have a problem. She's telling me about her. That's my problem.
Maybe I'll suggest that Brad get a therapist.
Maybe he'll be, and if he's an Adonis, he can thank me.
He was. There's no reason why he can't.
How old is he now, this guy?
He is 57.
57. He could get
Wow.
himself into shape.
Yes, he can. I know he can.
I didn't know you were dating a much younger
Yeah,
man.
I didn't realize you would rob the cradle.
Not really the cradle.
It's almost a 20-year spread on you two.
17.
Nice. Some friend. He's a chicken. Look at you. When you met him, how old was he?
He was in his 30s.
Oh, wow. And you were in your 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Early.
It's like kind of like me and Beth. I mean, that's a prize when you're in your 50s and you have a 30-year-old, right?
He was a champion marathoner.
Wow. Boy, you must have died and gone. You must have been
flipped.
You must have been dropping a load a day, huh? Back in those days, right?
Many times a day.
What?
Many times a day.
Like he'd blow you several times a day. Would he ever blow you in a restaurant or something?
No.
Like would he ever?
We weren't like Teddy Kennedy.
No. Did you ever? Like, it was always discreet and in the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean, you weren't out of the closet at that point.
Sometimes in the park.
In the park, he'd blow you? Where? How can you do that?
Car?
Well, Griffith Park, we have mountainous areas.
Oh, you be in a public park.
Well,
so
yeah,
this
but not
Adonis
in a public part.
So this Adonis, ripped young guy, was blowing you a couple of times a day, and you'd be in the park and you'd drop trow, and he would just suck your dick, right? Wow. No wonder you're upset.
That's why he's in love. He thinks back to those times.
Then I was in lust.
Right.
And then the love grows.
Right. You love him as a person, but it wouldn't be bad if he blew you once in a while and you had a flat belly. I get you.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I
hear your
have
pain.
memories.
You do.
In fact, I have a painting.
I know of him
That's
nude.
right.
Do you ever jerk off to the painting?
No. It's in the bathroom, in the shower.
So he was like your trophy wife, he
was.
But now he's a chubby trophy.
I have a lot of him now.
He certainly do. Wow, I didn't realize.
You didn't.
Maybe this is his fuck you.
Maybe
to you.
that's why.
Did you ever think that this is a subtle fuck you to you? Like not that he hates you or anything. He loves you. But, you get all the attention. You're the star. You're the George Takei. You're Sulu. You're the... Do you ever think he just says, you know what, this is my way of getting equality in the relationship. I'm testing to see if George really loves me. Like, was he just after me because I'm a piece of ass?
Or maybe he's trying to drive him away.
Well, maybe he's testing. Did you ever think of that?
I never thought of that.
So if he's
trying to drive me away, is he, Fred?
Well, if
it's possible.
That's why he needs therapy, because he's got to figure out why he is doing this to you. Why he is getting fat.
He may get fatter.
Right.
Oh, dear. No, he won't.
Is he the size of Kirstie Alley? Because I haven't seen him in a while.
No. Oh, no, he's not. He's not that big.
He hasn't gained any more weight since we last saw him.
That's right.
He's stabilized it wherever he is.
He's been very steady at weight.
Yeah.
What if he gets up to Kirstie Alley size? Can you stay with him, or are you just going to be disgusted?
I never thought of that possibility.
Well, hey.
Because he has been working at it. I mean,
is he? I mean,
I got him the trainers,
But like when he's eating, does he ever skip dessert, or is he just always?
Yeah,
he does.
He does.
So where's the weight coming from? I mean, how much is he eating? What's he have for breakfast?
I think he snacks when I'm not there.
What do you think he snacks on? Candy and stuff?
Well, he loves Mexican food, and there's guacamole dip and
you keep that in the house?
It's in the house.
You see it.
Yes.
And you don't eat that shit.
Occasionally I do, yeah.
Yeah, but occasionally.
I like it too.
Do you ever come home and see just massive amounts of guacamole in the garbage?
Like an orgy of food.
Like chips. So you think you leave. He eats a normal breakfast in front of you.
He eats a normal breakfast.
Like what does he eat?
Cereal with fruits.
Right. So he's all healthy and you go, no problem here. And you're thinking to yourself, he's going to be skinny.
Yeah. He eats the same food and same quantity that I do at breakfast.
Oh, well, he's chowing down at some point.
Sometimes I don't see him at lunch, so, I don't know what he has.
It's weird. You're hiding jerking off from him, and he's hiding his food. Everyone's hiding. Don't you think there's something wrong with that?
Robin is behind her glass cubicle,
No, but I'm saying,
smiling benignly.
I'm so glad that he turned the tables on you.
No, but you don't. But, George, you jerk off, and you say, gee, I hope Brad doesn't see me, and he's eating and hiding it from you, and it's like, wow, everyone's hiding something. So
That's not healthy, is it?
No, when you're on the weekend and let's say you're together for the entire day, so you eat the same things, and then he must kind of mosey into the kitchen and grab the guacamole and chips, right? Yeah. And when you're watching TV or watching a movie together, does he ever grab a bag of something to eat?
It's not that obvious.
I see.
I mean, he doesn't.
He's a closet eater.
He's a closet eater. Mm-hmm. When we're doing things together, he doesn't do anything noticeably indulgent.
Right. Interesting.
Maybe a therapist is necessary.
Maybe. You know, the reverse may have happened. You guys may have converted me. At least look into that.
Look into it. I'm being serious. And I mean, let them go once or twice a week.
I guess we all do have faults.
Yeah, I was thinking about you yesterday. You were describing how you and Brad will wrestle, when you have sex. And that how suddenly on Sunday his mouth ended up in your asshole. And I was thinking about that because I was talking to Beth about it actually.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, and she was
What
like,
was her
"Wow."
opinion?
No, she was kind of like, like, "Wow." I mean, what goes on there? All of a sudden the mouth is on the ass. I said, "Well, the way George describes it, when they're wrestling, somehow you just kind of end up in a place and then you go for it."
We don't end up like that. We're wrestling, and sometimes the head goes into various places, and he might, give it a lick. Which is kind of, surprising. And
well, that sounds good. It sounds like he's good in bed when he gets motivated.
He is.
Yeah, but once a week. He used to blow you when you were just hiking.
Sometimes we have it more than once.
Why do you think he cut down the quantity of sex? Did he feel like... why do you think he did?
Well, it's not just him. It's both of us. I think,
you're almost you're both almost not gay anymore. It's like you almost have asexual.
Are they just friends?
No. We have some surprise events.
But do you realize if you cut out sex once a week, you wouldn't be gay anymore? You wouldn't be gay.
No, because being gay is an orientation.
Right, I understand. But
like we could be in a restaurant and a handsome guy comes walking by, and
then you're gay. Right.
Did you and Brad ever
get a kick in the shins?
But do you and Brad ever discuss like maybe bringing a guy like that home and like sprucing things up?
Because Brad's the one that's particularly strict on fidelity.
Right. And you would be a little open to dalliances.
Well, my eyes wander,
Right.
But that's about the extent of it.
Right. But you would open it up maybe to another guy or something once in a while.
Do you think that would harm your relationship if there was...
I do think so, because Brad's very sensitive.
But if Brad could handle it...
Could you handle watching...
That's a big if.
Yeah, but I just want you to imagine for a moment.
But George, do you ever... could you handle Brad getting a blowjob from another guy and you watching?
I don't know.
Think about it. Think about it. I want you to look inward. I want you to think.
I want you to meditate
You're in the bedroom. You're in the bedroom, and Brad...
Oh, the table's turned.
Let me paint the picture for you, all right? You're in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
You're fully nude.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, you're not included. Brad and this young 25-year-old man who used to model for a living and still occasionally does. He's blonde. He's very, very muscular. A beautiful ass. Big, thick horse cock. All right. All of a sudden, he looks over at Brad, and he says, "Brad, I'm so attracted to you. George, do you mind?" And then he begins to kiss Brad and then
I would horn in.
No. The guy says it's not for you. And he begins to suck on Brad's penis. And then you know what? The next day, Brad and this guy get together without you. Can you handle that?
I know I can't.
You can't?
No.
Are you serious?
I may want to join in.
Right.
I mean, I think I can handle that. The two of us.
And what if Brad... But the danger is you could really fall in love with the 25-year-old. You know that. It could happen. It's very risky stuff.
I fell in love with someone 17 years younger. Yes.
That's right. You're an animal.
Well, no, but
what if you? What if
Fergus starts to kind of not cool, but to get warmer as the years go by.
Did you ever say to Brad, "Why do you think you don't blow me anymore when we go hiking?"
Well, because the appetite, isn't as
diminishes.
Intense.
What if you go into therapy and Brad's getting a blowjob from another guy while you're in therapy? That would be really messed up. What if you guys go in therapy?
Then you'll really be against therapy.
Is that the kind of question that I'd be getting from a therapist?
I don't know. First of all,
well, you go to a therapist.
Sounds like you wouldn't pay much. You'd probably go to therapists or us.
It's cheaper coming here.
Yep.
You and Howard almost had sort of a therapy session.
Well, I guess Fred pointed out there is a generational difference. I'm of the generation that feels that we can deal with our own problems, be self-reliant. My parents went through the depression, And I went through as a child, through the internment experience, and I watched my parents struggle to get back on our feet after the internment. And I'm really inspired by my parents and how they, we came out of the camps with nothing, absolutely nothing. Our first home was on Skid Row, and we grew up from there. And I saw how hard my parents worked. And I saw where, they did it themselves. There was no government help or anything. And I take my inspiration from them. And I know that we can find it in ourselves to deal with our problems. I know that there are others that need help, but maybe, it's arrogance on my part, but I like to think I have the internal fortitude and the resilience to deal with life, and the people I know, have been able to deal with it too. There are people who cannot,
such as Howard.
Well, he is of another generation, and they grew up in circumstances where maybe they are more enlightened. Maybe this kind of help makes for a broader, more enlightened approach to things. Or it could also reinforce whatever sense of inadequacy, insecurity that there may be. I know I have a lot of faults, a lot of imperfections, and I try to work on it. So, we all have our different ways of dealing with situations. Howard has chosen to rely on therapy. And he still says, he is unhappy. And from my vantage point, I think, if he just, frees himself from reliance on the so-called therapist and find it because he's got a lot of wisdom. He's given guidance to a lot of people who call in, or people with all sorts of screwed up lives coming here and sharing, and he's given them great wisdom, and I know he has it in him to be able to be happier if he feels he's unhappy. So that's the discussion we had.
It may be time to rip off that Band-Aid and go at it on his own.
I think someone like him, certainly he has that capacity to deal with his life. There are others that don't have it, and they should.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, the staff talked about what makes them cry. And I talked about the film Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which always makes me cry. I ended up looking like a total wuss, and it was for your enjoyment. Check it out.
Let's move off of Ralph and on to the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters who came down. At the end of the interview, Howard got choked up again. Anytime that song comes up, it gets to him. Why is that, Gary?
I don't know. I mean, it is an emotional song. I mean, I love that song. I guess he must have something in his head that he associates that with that triggers some sort of memory that makes him feel that way.
Right. You